possible. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another week of the Meseeks Sunday Showdown. It's your boy, Verdict. As you can tell, we've already got ourselves a little bit of a facelift, or, some would say a little bit of an asset evaluation where, bro, do we not look sweet now? This is, like, pretty dope, man. I am digging the new overlays and the new intros, to everything down to the stinger, bro. Everything is on point. Can't wait to display this. It's your boy Verdict again, and we are going to be co-casting tonight with Domine, who just recently just stepped away from his computer, so he's going to be right back in a moment. We've got plenty of talent in the lobby right now. We've got plenty of talent ahead of us tonight. As I was taking a look at the bracket, bro, this is probably the sweatiest week of Meseeks Sunday Showdown we've had in a very long time. As a matter of fact, this is week 46, only 6 weeks away from a full year of doing this. Bro, just keeps getting better and better. So as I'm looking at the bracket, Ancient Esports and Obsidian Oracle are going to be starting it off top bracket. Op 34 and Seminole, NYSL, Mayhem, and Big Ballers, who we are going to be spectating. 11E and Truth Esports. Lux and Primal. Zygnus and Wicked Esports, which Zygnus actually DQ'd, so they won't be playing tonight. Tribe and Fansiggy, and then at the very bottom, Op 34 Latham and Storm F4. Guys, are these overlays not just absolutely clutch? I'm digging them, bro. So I won't stop talking about them until the end of the night, but we're actually going to get geared up for our first series, which I said is going to be NYSL Mayhem and Big Ballers. As I'm taking a look at the best of three, we're going to start off with a hardpoint standoff, S&D Summit, followed by a domination on firing range. We've got some players in the lobby. They're all readied up. Little B is the only one coming through that's not. For the rosters, we got Space, Little B, Tectonic, Awaken, Nero. And then for the top team Big Ballers, we got One, Gorilla, Mist, Nairobi, and Spat. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with our first game of the night. And I believe Dave might be back now. Are you good, bro? All right, he is not back yet, so he'll be back in just a second. Take a look at the overlays, bro. This is just, bam, look at that. Sweet transition stinger. Everything down to a T. I'm absolutely digging it. How's everyone doing tonight? Tribe is all that I care about? Get out of here, Maddox. Game number one, hardpoint on standoff. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it, as we'll be on board with NYSL, Mayhem, and Big Ballers to start us off with. Winner of this best of three, we'll move on to the second round. We're going to be on board with Little B, who I've always enjoyed watching off the bat. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into game one, hardpoint standoff. P1 going to be opened up here in about 3 seconds. We see the rotations come through. The AS Val is his gun of choice, as he finds one. Miss going to be rotating on the backside. P1 all of NYSL Mayhem so far. 10 seconds in, 10 points in. Just paint you a picture. We're going to see Gorilla with the contest here. Finds 1, 2 actually, and is going to be taken down. And Mayhem going to be right back on point. 12-1 so far in P1. It is a little bit of a toss-up. You can't really tell. Obviously, Mayhem name just carries weight on its own. But yeah, we'll see how they pan out here, as Awaken and Tectonic and Little B all going to be getting on the board. Awaken picks up their 5th. They're on a 3 spree. They're going to be preventing the rotations over to P2. He's going to be spotted in back alley and is going to be taken down. 37 points and counting now, as Nero picks up 1 in the point. Little B going to be taken down, and now they're going to be battling for P2 spawns that have just seemed to get a little bit out of hand there. One going to find 1 there, as he is set up proper on back gas, or farm rather. Oh, Gorilla, good shots, bro. P1 over with 47-1. Lopsided, to say the least. We're going to see Gorilla try to play his life here. Point still going to be held by Big Ballers. He's going to be taken down, and now the push is going to come through. Space going to lead the pack. Finds, no, that is Little B actually going to be lead the pack. He finds 2, 3. AS Val, just 2 OP. 3-piece there. Or 4 for Awaken, rather. 3-piece for Awaken. And taking a look at the scorecard, not only is the objective dominated, but it does look like you know, the kill feed is going all in favor of NYSL Mayhem as well. Mist, the only player who is net positive in the game so far. We'll see if that continues to be the same as P3 transition is going to come through early. Big Baller's actually going to be making their way as well. Staircase, Awaken, 10 kills on board now as he opts to pull the shorty out. And after 2 points, 83 points in total for NYSL Mayhem. Only 18 for the guys over at Big Ballers. This is tough, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit kind of exactly what we would expect with Mayhem going up against, well, I mean, to be real here, a bunch of people that we've never heard of, right? Or for the most part. And Mayhem, 80-point lead right now, looking like they're pretty much going to close it out on our P4 rotation. It's not enough time on the clock for them to close it out on this third, but it's actually a really big pick onto Little B there. And actually a couple kills come through. This might be an opportunity for the Big Ballers to make a break.
Yes, indeed. There's 19 seconds left on the point. I do see all of Mayhem rolling towards this P4 area. Gorilla going to be there to contest. Gorilla going to be taking some shots. Gets one. Doesn't get the second. Nero going to be able to secure the bag there with the Goliath, and that should pretty much seal the deal. As long as they've got the trophy system set up here at P4, I don't see a break coming through anytime soon. Or, you know, we'll see how their operators are utilized properly, as I do see Nairobi actually on the rotation is going to be able to get the backside of Barn, or front side of Barn rather, backside of... Oh my god, did they have 3 Goliaths at the point? What the hell, bro?
It's looking like it. You can hardly look at the mini-map. There's so many Goliaths right now. That's pretty rough, and it definitely looks like Mayhem are about to come through with the victory here. We've only got about 20 seconds to go, and again, 3 Goliaths on the hill, just not going to be an easy one to break. Plus a sentry gun is in the back over there. Yeah, I don't think so, but...
Yeah, that's pretty much going to sum up this game 143 and counting. Big Ballers trying to make something happen here, but with 1 Goliath going down, they need to take down 2 more. They're not going to be able to do it. 18 to 150, game number 1 going in favor of NYSL Mayhem. That was so toxic. I can't even speak on it now. I saw it. I didn't know what I was seeing at first, and I was like, hot damn, they got 3 Goliaths at the point. What is going on? And sure enough, they rack up the points needed necessary to close that game out. They didn't even finish that P4 rotation. It literally went for like 30 or 40 seconds, whatever time they needed, and they got it.
It's a draw. Stand down.
23 and 7 for Little B, Awaken 15 and 9, 17 and 5 for Space, Nero 11 and 7, 11 and 8 for the GOAT Tectonic. As we see Nero, the OBJ player, always has been, always will be. The guy's just goated in the objective. One of my favorite players to see performing. We're going to go ahead and get geared up for game 2. As I mentioned earlier, it's an S&D on Summit. Chat, predictions. We saw the hard points. Dave, what do you think?
Well, I'm pretty sure as I walked by the room a second ago, I heard a Little B, why didn't you call your Goliath in too? So...
Wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty rough one to watch. Maybe for Search and Destroy, they have some really good sniper talent that's going to come through and pop off. But you are also up against the likes of Tectonic, Space, Little B, who are all just absolute T1 snipers. So definitely a hard one to overcome, as well as it does look like we might have potentially a roster change, or maybe even someone just straight up said, nah, I ain't doing this again.
I wouldn't even blame them, I'm going to be honest with you. It's kind of like when you get in one of those ranked matches and guys are just absolutely sweating everything off. And, you know, at this particular point...
Yeah, guys, it's your first time in Meseeks? Yeah, have fun playing NYSL Mayhem.
What a better way to start it, man. I mean, come on now. You get to go against the, you know, the stage 4 runner-ups. You know, they're going to be participating in LAN. You know, this is the team that you want to play against. You really want to test your talents, and we saw it there in Game 1. It was a blowout, to say the least. Now, Game 2 going to come through. I absolutely love NYSL Mayhem's Search and Destroy game, but we'll see how it pans out, as this is probably the worst Search and Destroy map of the game, and you never know what can happen.
Yeah, definitely looking like anybody's game right now.
Bomb acquired.
And I don't even know why I said that. Not a chance, right? Like, Mayhem are a better search and destroy team than they are at respawn. Not that they're a bad respawn team, but just even better at search. I just don't realistically see this team standing a chance. We do have one kill coming through, but it's Nero quickly answering it back with a refrag. Gonna leave things at a 4 versus 4. And look at everybody on the ground on the side of Big Ballers. Like, 3 people were just crawling.
Well,
Bad strats, man.
Well, I don't know, man. I'm kind of digging the search and destroy so far. It's not like a 5-0 in situation of you've got 5 players still alive in a situation where you got 1 player still alive here for Big Ballers. Awaken gonna get caught lacking. There, Spat picks up their first. Bomb is in the hands of Nero. Tectonic and Nero gotta clutch it up. Shouldn't be that much of a struggle, but I don't know. I saw the instant blood go in favor of Big Ballers. Now it is an opportunity for a 1v2 clutch. If they do it here, I'd be very surprised. But I think NYSL Mayhem possibly have this in the bag now that I'm seeing Spat actually rotating top control. Nero's got some good positioning. Shots are going to come through. Nero going to get lasered. Tectonic left in a 1v1 now. This is intense.
Tech comes through with 1 hit marker, looking for the next. He knows right where this guy is. There's no way he doesn't win this gunfight. There it is. Shorty in hand. Tech coming through with 2 for the round for him. And Mayhem take the lead once again.
Bomb spotted.
Mayhem off to a great start so far in this first round. We saw the 150-18 hardpoint game. It literally ended with 3 Goliaths in the point. Search and destroy game looking not as lopsided, but definitely still in favor of Mayhem. You'd be a fool if you were betting on the other team. Obviously, anything could happen here. Bloody actually going to take 1 down a little bit. Gorilla is going to be refragged there as Tectonic finds 1. Tectonic in a awfully aggressive position here. Spat going to push up. Spat going to catch him off guard as he ADS down sight. Awaken up top. Space going to fill that gap where Tectonic was taken out and trying to get that refrag. We're going to see the bomb being pushed up. Space does get the refrag and Spat, and now it's going to be yet again another 1v3 here for the Big Ballers.
Yeah, looking like a pretty rough spot for them to be in. You're up against the likes of Nero, Awaken, and Space. And you've got a sniper in hand. It's probably not the most favorable scenario for you to be in. As you can see, Awaken up in a nasty head glitch, just looking to hold him back. But he's going to rotate right over into Space. With the AMAX, I believe, in hand, comes through with the easy pick. And 2 rounds go over to Mayhem.
Enemy has dropped the bomb. Bomb spotted.
2 rounds in a row. Starting off to be, pretty dominant in the search and destroy, but not dominant to where I don't think Big Ballers have a chance at getting a few rounds on board. Now, a chance of winning, that's a different story. But I definitely see a lot of potential in this search game. They play very patient. They don't overextend. As a matter of fact, they play this summit map probably to a T here on the defense. You got one of the best teams in NA that you're going against, and you've had 2 opportunities now where you could have had a round go your way. I got to give them credit. I mean, they're looking fairly decent up against a highly rated NYSL Mayhem squad.
Yeah, they're in a good position right now with Gorilla picking up that extra kill on Space. Nero somehow makes it out alive. Now in a great position for defense, especially if Bloody Season does rotate over. But Mist is going to come through with a kill onto Tectonic. Nero, here's the Semtech, so he doesn't round that corner. Might have an opportunity to push up now for a potentially free kill, but COD timing turns away from the angle he was watching, gets shot in the back, and a round is going to go over to the Big Ballers.
Bomb spotted.
Like I said, they just played their angles. They held base down
Destroy the
pretty well.
We got the bomb.
Got a few trays that went their way early on and set themselves up for a 4-1 situation. 1 round going in their favor. The search and destroy game still not over with yet. Mist going to be taken down early as Little B finds the snipes to hit. First blood opening for the guys over at Mayhem. Tectonic going to find a second. 2 for 0 trades now as looks like Mayhem's going to be picking this team apart now. One going to be spotted right here. Is going to peek out. Going to force tech back. And I do see one actually rotating back as well. So going to collect themselves with a teammate before they push that, I would assume. And Nero said, forget it. I'm going to go ahead and drop this bomb down. Bloody's going to get one. Or one is going to get one. Bloody's going to get taken down. And now it's going to be 2 versus 4 situation with Gorilla on the flank here.
Yeah, Nero coming through for a rotation. Not able to win the gunfight with one of the big baller players who is waiting for his rotation. It's going to leave it to be a 2 versus 2. Awaken in space versus the 2 big ballers. It's going to be Awaken finding one. You do get a refrag. Space now in a position to just play time here. But it does look like the defuse might potentially come through. He fakes it first, and Space is going to pick up the kill. That's pretty unfortunate. If he stuck the defuse, he probably had that.
If he would have stuck the defuse, he allowed Space to rotate all the way around. He would have definitely got that. There's no question about it. As a matter of fact, I think time was like down to 8 seconds. You really just put yourself on the clock there. I'm not saying that going for it initially was the right move if I were him, but what we were seeing and what really happened, he could have definitely stuck it. So, 3-1 situation now as Bloody picks up 2 big kills. Space going to get a refrag, take it out. Gorilla 2-for-1 trades here as Big Baller's trying to make something happen here in this last round on the defense. Spat and Miss both about half HP, and they are going to be able to recover and maintain this B site. They're going to give a free plant if bomb is picked up, but it is right there in front of Mist, who not 100% sure if he knows it's there, but they are pretty much hawking this area.
Yeah, it is a 4 versus 3, once again in favor of the big ballers, but Space, he's playing a nasty head glitch with a Holger in hand. Little B has dipped, not sure what's going on with that, but definitely puts side of NYSL in a pretty difficult spot moving forward, as they're going to start every round off at a 4 versus 5 at this point.
Now, if this team weren't that good of a search and destroy team, and I'm not saying that they're a great search and destroy team, I'm just saying they're going up against Mayhem right now, right? And they've got a round on the board. They got a little bit of confidence under them. They see Little B dropping. The 4v5 is not only going to be difficult, but it's going to be a little bit of hope for Big Ballers as they just take another round. So, super unfortunate that Little B disconnected, not 100% sure what happened there. We'll see if he can, if it does go to a game 3, which I still doubt, even though it's a 4v5. We'll see if he reconnects and has a stable connection moving forward. But game must go on. Space going to rotate back, and we're going to have a 2-for-1 here on 1. Gorilla going to be spotted here, lasered. Bloody Season actually going to be able to take 1 down as well, so 5 kills on board for him. And 1-for-1 trades gives a 3v5 or 3v4 scenario in favor of Big Ballers. I say that Awaken actually takes some shots, taking down 1 and Bloody. And yep, that's Mayhem. Continue to do Mayhem things here.
Yeah, seeming to be the case right now. Again, they are down a player, but they even it out in a 2-for-1 trade. Space for Gorilla and Season. Looks like Spat might fall as well. Awaken and Nero both picking up a kill. Just going to leave 1 more member of the Big Ballers, and it's looking like Mayhem probably about to go up a 4-2 lead.
We'll see if they can find this last player. He's got the bomb in hand. Doesn't matter if they fight him or not. If he doesn't plant that bomb, round's obviously going to go in their favor, but we'll just see. He's literally just camping on the top side of this top control area, and gonna play for a sneaky pick as he's got 3 players rotating over. They found him. Tectonic's going to be taken down. That's going to be a big trade or a big frag going in favor of 1 there. Big Ballers looking to take another round in this search and destroy. They could do it if 1 plays his cards right, but I do see the information being transferred to Awaken and Nero. Nero going to go.
This is a smart plant for him.
Hey, it's ballsy. It was real ballsy, but I mean, it was bold. Guys definitely didn't expect him to go ahead and get it down, but he went ahead and did it anyways.
Yeah, he's got it in a pretty good spot where he can defend the angle from with the Holger. Picks up 1 onto Awaken there. Like I mentioned, that's a solid angle for the bomb plant. Specifically, because you do have to be a little bit worried about that side, because you can defend it from this angle, you can defend it from in the L building here. There with the body shooting, of course. But you can also defend it from catwalk, either upper or below. So definitely keeps them guessing where he could be. You see that he was able to use that to his advantage, pick up 1 kill. But Nero coming through, cleaning up for Mayhem. 4-2 lead now for them.
4-2 indeed now, as even though they are down 1 little B, they are going to keep trucking along here. 4-2, 2 rounds away from clutching it up and taking it to the second round. Could very well do that here in the next 2. We'll see how it pans out. Defending side for this bomb site, or these bomb sites, are a lot easier than attacking, in my opinion. As I say that, Gorilla going to find one in space. That's going to be a massive frag. Tectonic going to drop Nero and Space, or Nero and Awaken. Make that just Nero as Awaken is taken down. And it is all going to be Nero to clutch it up as, oh my goodness. And at that moment, he knew he messed up.
Yeah, rough spot for them to be in, but even if this doesn't work out for them, you know, being down a player here, and unfortunately struggling a little bit on defense here, there's definitely a big opportunity where they get a 5th player back for domination. They still come through with the victory. So I'm a big fan of the miracle stories. I'm a big believer in them, but this one might be a little bit more than a miracle.
It is very, very intense for the guys over at Big Ballers Space and Mayhem. However, just another day in the life of playing in tournaments practically every day. I see these guys play constantly. It's not tournaments, it's scrims, and you know, this is an opportunity for Big Ballers to step up and claim a little bit of confidence. As I say that Space going to take down a trophy system, is going to reposition, as it does look like one player that's bloody actually trying to oust his location. He's going to be able to get on the staircase here. Space plays this as patiently as possible. Doesn't overextend, doesn't go for the kill immediately, just literally play back and forth on the staircase, and is able to pick up the kill. Gorilla going to come through for the frag. Oh my, it looked like he turned at the wrong time. And that is going to be Big Ballers even things out here. 4v5 scenario, very tough for Mayhem. Big Ballers looking to capitalize on it.
Yeah, big opportunity for them, looking like they have a possibility to push us into a game 3, but it is certainly going to be a difficult one way or another. Awaken is 9 kills on the board. Make it 10 as he picks up the refrag. Space also has 8. Tech coming through with a grenade. How is he alive? I swear to God, one just ate a grenade to the face. Like, it impacted him, exploded, and he's alive without flak jacket. I'm confusion.
We'll see if Big Ballers can make a push towards this A side. Looks like one is actually going to try and make the jump. Does successfully do it, and I believe Tectonic is going to spot him here, as he is going to be on the outskirts of Gondola here. Pushes up. One not going to be overexposed here. This could be a game-changing moment for Mayhem in this round, as I do see him drop there. Another bold plant. This guy, bro, literally planted the A site, didn't successfully defend it, but put up a hell of a fight. Now, is going to go ahead and push it down as Tectonic's taken down. Nero going to be left at a 1v4. Missed on the contest. Is going to get the AS Val shots to hit. Now, we're going to be on match point for Big Ballers. Mayhem on the backs of a 4v5. Looking to extend this search or destroy game and end this series in 2. Going to have to find a round here.
Round has begun. If Mayhem are able to win this one, again, they've been struggling more on defense than they were on offense, so if they win this one here, they get the side flip, they get the last round offense, maybe there's a pretty big opportunity that they can make the comeback here. But it all starts with them picking up this round. Awaken finds one onto Spat, but one is going to get the bomb down. It is now getting set up in a pretty key position for defending here. In fact, several players are hillside. Mist picks up one. Looks like Bloody Season might have Space rotating over in front of him. Gorilla does pick up one onto Tech as well. It's now Awaken in Space in a 2 versus 4. Gorilla makes it out alive somehow. And it's looking like we might be seeing a game 3 here.
It is certainly looking like we're seeing a game 3 here. Smith picks up the last kill, securing the search and destroy game in favor of Big Ballers. 4v5 scenario for Mayhem. Tough. Put up a hell of a fight. We're still going to see that game 3 as we're all tied up 1-1 on the backs of a disconnect. We'll see this series conclude on a domination on firing range. So this is going to be a good one. I'm expecting, I'm hoping no disconnects. Obviously, I don't want anybody to have any kind of advantage going into this third game, but certainly got to think what's going on with Little Beast's connection. Maybe he accidentally disconnected something. I can't speak on it, man. I just hope he is able to compete here in game number 3 as I'm taking a look at the stats. 10 kills for Gorilla, popped off. 11 for Awaken. And again, game number 3 going to be starting up, and on the backs of no disconnects and even playing field, I'm expecting Mayhem to sweep this one under the rug and move on to the second round.
Yeah, definitely looking for a 5 versus 5 for the domination. Again, in a 5 versus 5, I don't see Mayhem really struggling, and even in a 4 versus 5, you could definitely tell that it was not an easy match for the Big Ballers. So it does look like we have Little B back in the match and readied up, so hopefully he's figured out whatever his internet connection issue was, and we'll see them move on in this event. If not, it's going to be Big Ballers with possibly the upset of the century.
Yeah, I don't know where this game would go if Mayhem drops this. I'm going to be honest with you, regardless of what the situation is. There's in a game like Firing Range Domination, I just can't expect them to drop this map, regardless of disconnecting or any of that. There we go. We can see Day's big, beautiful face now. Look at that.
Yeah, I totally forgot to turn it back on when I came in the room. We were already in the game, and I just went for it, you know?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We're going to get geared up for this game 3 in chat. What are you thinking? Little B throwing, Little B not throwing, bro. Obviously, you already know what's going on. Connection issues have been part of the game for a very long time. So, hopefully everything works out here in game number 3. Hate to see a Mayhem squad drop this early, but we'll see how it pans out now, as I do see a player sub coming in for the guys over at Big Ballers. 1 Gorilla, Mist, Bloody, and HyperX. And YSL Mayhem going to keep the same roster. Starting 5, Little B, Space, Tectonic, Awaken, and Nero. This is going to be an opportunity for them to pick up where Little B dropped off in game number 2. Which, if that had not happened, I got to say, I'm thinking that this series would have been over with. We'll see how it pans out, though.
All right, well, hopefully we'll be ready to get into this game here shortly. It does look like we're just waiting on one player to ready up, and we'll get you guys on into it. Definitely been a little bit more exciting of a matchup than I think anybody would have probably thought coming into this match. It was NYSL Mayhem versus honestly a bunch of nobodies, right? Like a bunch of people we haven't seen before. And they come through, and granted they had a pretty big advantage in playing a 4 versus 5 for that. They were able to push us to a game 3. If something happens and they win here, again, they could potentially come through with an upset over Mayhem. It would be a pretty difficult one, but definitely possible. Does look like we have all our players readied up, so we'll get you guys in it as soon as we can.
Alrighty, we are not sure what the wait up is. Shout out my boy Shakes from Flag back in the day. Stepsley, get out of here, bro. Don't come in here trying to get me to say someone's name. I saw the messages. We have just been packed with action. Got so many other things going on in the background too, bro. Come on. Stepsley, give me a shout out. Like I'm gonna listen to what Stepsley has to say. Game number 3, there we go. We are underway. No more waits. This is it. Accusing someone of hacking is a very serious offense. Yeah, we're not going to get into that situation. I feel so betrayed. And I know the COD Mobile scene. Yeah, I just... like, I literally had no idea who the guy was, and all of a sudden he comes out of nowhere. We should have probably put 2 and 2 together, but hey, we're here to do a job, and we get it done every week, right?
I mean, to be fair, from our end, right? It's not like he was just smacking wall bangs left and right. It's
Facts.
Not like there's any... like obvious tracing where he was getting 10 kills without dying at a snap's notice, but definitely Definitely, had we looked a little bit harder, maybe we noticed something a little bit more intense, but that's really neither here nor there. That situation has obviously been dealt with. So, Mayhem now up against the Big Ballers. We're in Game 3 domination. An early B cap does come through for Mayhem, so they will start to build a bit of a lead here. Do have Gorilla pushing on into Trailer, does get taken down by Space. Can never count out that shorty in the close range, and Gorilla found that out the hard way.
Now we're going to see the entire squad, with the exception of one player who is Gorilla, spawning in the firing range area. Bloody going to find one, Miss going to find one. Nice shots from Bloody there, as C should be capped here, given the right circumstance. Yes, that is going to get a C trade, and now B is going to be looked to be pushed here, as Space going to be inside Trailer. The only player there to contest is going to initially take down 2, going to prevent that B cap, but not for much longer. As the triple cap comes through, it's momentarily, as Mayhem are going to be able to get on this A site. A bit of a confidence booster, if you ask me. If I'm Big Ballers and I get a triple cap on a team like Mayhem, dude, I'm shouting for joy. Just keep up that same energy. But Mayhem, off to an early advantage, are going to lose that, as the C and B sites are traded. A still in their possession. We'll see if they can get that map control back, as I do see Tectonic and a few others pushing up. Firing range, 4 players pushing through, and that is going to be Tectonic left to get this cap, and he is going to get it. So that is going to be B traded back in favor of Mayhem.
Yeah, and this is a tie game right now, but honestly, it feels like Mayhem are filling up the feed quite a bit more. Yeah, I mean, not really anybody, like, really popping off on the side of Big Ballers. Mist is doing alright at 8 and 6. But, Little B is honestly kind of cracked right now. 13 and 5 for him, coming through with a big performance. Does look like we have Bloody Season respawn sniping as well. That's something to make note of. Gorilla wins a key gunfight with Awaken, who is top window. Looking for another one, but Space gonna somehow make it through with some fancy footwork. Gets the Annihilator shot off, and we'll be in a good position. They did get the clear onto A, but Mayhem with the CB cap are going to go into the second half with a 20 or so point lead, and they're looking pretty solid right now.
Looking pretty solid indeed. First half is going to conclude 75 to 55 in favor of Mayhem, as we see the 20-point lead. The only upside to Big Ballers here in the second half is what Dave mentions on a regular basis, is it's not capped at 75 points. You can get more, granted the time permits. We'll see if they can capitalize on anything here, or see if Mayhem can close it out. Again, we didn't even expect this to go to a Game 3, but we saw what happened. It obviously was not anything that Mayhem can control. This is a game, however, that they can control. What the hell is Gorilla doing? I literally just see him kind of just jumping. Maybe he was trying to jump up on the tires and couldn't do it. Awaken gonna have to push back in now, as the Annihilator doesn't go to waste. He does find 2. Third is gonna be creeping right here, but is gonna be spotted, as Gorilla is gonna come through this container site, and A and C looking to get potentially flipped. It looks like C is actually just gonna be flipped, as I do see Little B, not Little B, but Nero maybe, who's on C, is going to be taken down, but does get the cap to come through. So double cap in favor of Mayhem. No flags, no home flag for the Big Baller team.
Yeah, and we do have some B progress coming through for Mayhem as well. Awaken, he's on a Goliath. Might be working his way over towards B right now, waiting for a couple of his teammates to come, maybe throw him down a trophy system. Takes quite a bit of damage there in a short amount of time from the death machine at long. Oh, Space with a big frag! That was a beautiful nade from Space.
Enemy in sight.
We're going to see no progress being pushed on that B site yet. Awaken going to be maximizing the utilization of that Goliath there. Tectonic going to push out. We're going to see the help from Little B coming through, as Tectonic is taken down, or that's Space rather. Space going to be taking some shots down the lane of firing range. Is going to be able to complete that cap on B, and the Goliath going to continue to raid on. It's about 60% health, and This is exactly where you want to be at if you do have the Goliath inside of this building. It is not the best position, but this is where you got to maintain that A site so that way you can push up aggressively towards that C, as I did see several players pushing through. The trophy comes through again. Tectonic going to come through. Mist going to get that kill. Mist going to be traded, though, and now we're going to see the Goliath taken out. B going to be pushed from Big Ballers. 50% cap is going to be halted as a massive kill from Little B, picking up 2 with the Annihilator.
Friendly airstrike incoming. Losing A.
Yeah, airstrike is coming in for 1. Might give them an opportunity to start getting a little bit of a groove going here. Does look like it's coming down to defend C, but B is remain capped for the side of Mayhem, who are now also looking to grab themselves an A. Tectonic comes through with 1 onto Gorilla, another one onto 1, finds Fire X for a 4th.
Goliath is landing. Friendly position inbound.
And it sounds like we've got another Goliath in. This time it's for Tectonic.
Who hijacked it. That thing was hijacked. That thing was not... Look, he's shooting the ground. Look at him. Oh my god, Tectonic, you bandit. That was the last hope for this Big Baller squad here in Game 3. Gotta give it to them. They put up a decent fight. Regardless of the score of this Game 3, the Search and Destroy was a 4v5. We get it. The fact that they were able to still compete with a Mayhem team, regardless if it's 4 or 5, just, you know, gotta give you some hope for the future, maybe. Work on a few techniques.
Who are you thinking he yoinked that Goliath from?
Did he not yoink the Goliath? I swear he had like 3 people right around his area before he...
No, I was spectating Gorilla there when the Goliath got called in, and enemy Goliath inbound, so...
Gotcha. So I transferred over. It looked like Gorilla actually put down the Goliath. That was my fault.
I don't think so. I can go ask though.
I know words. If you said
we have here.
This is true. Taking a look at the scorecard here. Game number 3, 26 and 10 for Little B. Space 21 and 15. 7 caps apiece for him and Nero. Tectonic 17 and 15 with 8 caps. 8 caps for Waken. And only player on the side of Big Ballers going positive is going to be 19 and 17. And I literally like switched over as soon as he killed Gorilla, and then the Goliath was coming out. I was like, well, this is the home side of C.
He did indeed steal that Goliath.
I knew it.
The sit rep for me when spectating Gorilla said enemy Goliath inbound. That's what I know. But either way, did steal it. Sounds like it was off of someone's Annihilator feed they had going. I just looking at the scoreboard and I'm like, man, how did anybody pull a Goliath out of that team? But I guess it is what it is.
Yes, indeed, as we're going to get geared up for game number 2, or round number 2, rather, as I'm taking a look at the bracket. We've got 11D and NYSL Mayhem about to come up. Obsidian, Oracle, and Op34 are going to be fighting it out. Primal and Wicked Esports. And then Tribe and Storm F4. So, Fantigi's down. Cygnus give the DQ or forfeit over, and Wicked move up. 11E 2-0's Truth Esports, as they're going to be facing off with NYSL Mayhem, who we saw just went to a Game 3. And then Op34 beats Seminole in the first round, 2-1. That's interesting.
That is very interesting.
I am intrigued. I need to know a little bit more.
Was it a DQ or did they actually win?
That was a 2-1. That was an actual win, to my understanding. We need to get a little bit more situation or info before I say anything. But yeah, apparently if it's a 3-0, it's a forfeit. If it's a 2-1, it means the game played through. So interesting. We'll get further information on that and update you as we see accordingly. But before then, we're going to take a moment to thank our sponsors and give them an opportunity to have a little bit of airspace. So we're going to be right back here momentarily as we're going to get the next teams in the lobby. So don't go anywhere, guys.
invincible.
We are back live for some more Meseeks Sunday Showdown as we have all the players in the lobby getting geared up for the second round. It's going to be 11 taking on NYSL Mayhem. We saw Mayhem struggle in the search and destroy, obviously, for a disconnect reason. So not necessarily a struggle, just having to go to a game 3 against a team that we haven't seen literally at all. But we did see that game 3 and went in their favor. They are moving on. They're going to be facing 11 here now as I'm taking a look at the lobby. All the players are in and ready to rock and roll. And I believe we're going to start things off on a Hardpoint Summit, followed by an S&D standoff, finishing it out if we go to a game 3 on a domination raid. Thoughts, day, map rotations, and these two teams facing off second round. What are your expectations?
Well, obviously we have a little bit more talent across the board. I don't mean to be mean to big ballers, but this is definitely a lot more of an even matchup. Obviously, you and I were working together the other night as well during a different series where, you know, we mentioned that 11T is a really good search and destroy team, and they were really missing a key piece yesterday, and that would be Weru, who we have showing up here today. So I definitely have high hopes for this. This is two really, really strong search and destroy teams, and I gotta say 11T has also brought their respawn games up as well. So I'm pretty excited for it. I think there's a lot to be said that this could go either way realistically, and we've got even more exciting matches coming up for you guys later tonight as well.
Absolutely. Go ahead and start that bad boy up as we have all players in the lobby. Everyone's ready to go. What is Tech? 8 played in 2 weeks. Drops. Tech just came in chat. He's like, 8 played in 2 weeks. I'm about to get exploit deleted. But you can read through the lines. Tech, like I said, I mentioned this a few months back, bro. I could give you a fork and you could find a way to kill 4 or 5 people. You're just lethal with anything. So I am not doubting your abilities here in this first matchup against 11. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right into it. Map number 1, Summit Hardpoint. Probably one of the only viable game modes for this map, in my opinion. We've seen it on Search and Destroy. We've seen it on Domination. You guys already know how I feel about it. Dave's cheeky laugh will confirm I do not like Summit on COD Mobile.
Yes, that is true. I countless times have heard Verdict complain about it, but we're in the game. As he mentioned, he actually doesn't mind this one as bad for Hardpoint, and that's what we've got to start off. When we get into Game 2, we'll have Search and Destroy on Standoff, and if we make it to a Game 3, we'll have Domination on Raid for you guys. So, without any more hesitation, we're into this match.
Are indeed, as I'm looking at the bans and everything. Sparrow and Death Machine are going to be banned for both teams. Wedo going to be spotted and taken down. Mayhem going to get an early advantage here in P1, 5 seconds uncontested. As I do see some great top control here from Awaken. He is actually going to be holding down the fort. It looks like he might be AFK. There we go. He is moving now. Palon going to be here on the box here. Is going to get unnoticed. Palon going to be able to get a cheeky kill as Awaken peeked this quarter. Didn't see him initially. Now the map control is going to go in favor of 11D, who have 3 up top and are just going to play picks here. Zyrax going to opt to play objective. Palon going to push in, and now we're going to see 11D's opportunity to get on board. Little B on the backside, rotating for P2 area, is going to be spotted by Jason, a.k.a. Zion. After a plethora of trades and back and forths, Mayhem is going to end up with the point here. But it is going to be a moment for NYSL Mayhem to get a break here. It's, oh my god, Zai, that was a hell of a nade, bro. Literally threw it and it bounced right behind him.
Yeah, Zai definitely a solid player for this lineup as well, and right now it's a pretty even game. Little B comes through at 2 in the feed space. Somehow 2 shots into Jason, unable to pull together the kill there. Little B is going to find another double though. Tectonic with a good rotation comes behind Legend. And it does look like Mayhem are going to go ahead. They're going to get on this point. Tech comes through, frying that one down. Ooh, Palon with a good drop, going to find 2. But it's still just Mayhem filling up the feed right now.
It is, as a matter of fact. Little B cranking up some things here. I see 2 players with kinetic armor for the side of Mayhem. They already know what's up. That's Tectonic and Little B. Little B gets taken out there. Awaken as well. P2 going to be in the hands of Tectonic for the time being. Is going to get contested. Zyrax going to be taken down. Wedo as well as the 2-piece comes through. Awaken going to find one in Zion. The trades are going to go in favor of Mayhem, who have racked up a 40-plus point advantage, opting to push to P3 with only about 3 seconds left in P2. We're going to see one coming through. Oh, the Predator missile from Tectonic barely missed here. He came through and made a bold claim in chat. He lied. He said he was going to get fried. That is incorrect, my guy. 12 kills on board so far for Tectonic, as he is triple positive in this Hardpoint Summit game.
Yeah, definitely a great position for him to be in. They're at the halfway mark for pulling together a win. Space does lose it on gunfight to Legend there. The AS Val actually a really strong weapon in the close range. Very submachine gun-esque playstyle. Working through pretty well for him right now. Comes through with a big triple for the team. And this could be a big opportunity for 11T to start pulling things together. But as I say that, I see Tech in a Goliath getting set up for P4. And this is looking like just blatantly just pain for 11T at this point.
It is, but I got to commend them. They were able to wipe the squad off of P2, or P3 rather, and capitalize on a few of, those scrap time points that really add up if you look at it. This Goliath, we don't know how long it's going to stay in or active for, as I do see the contest coming through from Legend, who's got an Annihilator. The Annihilator not being banned is major. Tectonic's going to be about 20% health, and we've got ourselves a close game here in the Hardpoint Summit. Only about 20-point difference for these teams as P3 opens up. Tectonic still able to operate with the Goliath in hand and is going to capitalize on some crucial OBJ time. You can't give 11 anything, as we're going to see the contest come through. 1 player taken down, 2 players taken down. Awakened in Space going to be getting credits for the kills. We're going to see the trophy system pay off, and the guys from Mayhem going to be able to secure the perimeter. Only 25 seconds left on P3, and it's looking like it might go in favor of Mayhem. As I say that, Tectonic is going to be taken out, and Legend does get a little bit of a moment on the point, but is immediately taken out.
Yeah, it looks like we might have a little bit of a disconnect issue there. He was kind of just chilling, standing straight. Well, what on earth, Space? My goodness. Comes through with another one onto Wiru. Looking for another if he can. Doesn't quite find Zyrax, but he's going to find Legend. And Mayhem are now just 15 points away from coming through with a win. Space, one off of a Goliath of his own, unable to find the last one. He has a Pred though. He has a Dragonfire? I believe it's a Dragonfire.
Yeah, the Dragonfire, the one that is kind of like a mini UAV, in my opinion. I don't even think you use that for anything other than just spotting opponents, because the shots on it are just ridiculously stupid. You only get 3 of them. Is going to be able to spot a few there. 30 seconds left in this P1 reset, as Mayhem yet to get a single point since P4, all contested by 11E. Wedo going to be there for some OBJ time. Wedo going to be taken down. Space pushing up. Got Cyrax. That's going to be 1 point. No, it is not. There we go. They get the credit for the 1 point, but 11E putting everything they have in this P1. They know what's on the line here. They can't go down 0-1 here in this series early. Little B going to be able to take advantage of the kinetic armor and is going to find a kill there. 20 on board for Little B, as he has found himself a bit of a spree. Does get taken out, and I'm taking a look at the scorecard. It is Tectonic and him. Tectonic is 21-12. Make that 22-12. I will never listen to Tectonic in chat ever again. That was blatantly disrespectful to come in and say you're going to get fried.
He hasn't played in 2 weeks, so...
Yeah, I mean, come on now. He's playing like he plays every day, every hour. Literally just beamed that first game. GG's. Game number 1 is going to go in favor of NYSL Mayhem. They're going to be off to a 1-0 start after a bit of a competitive hardpoint game.
Yeah, definitely a little bit more competitive than maybe some of the scoreline would show. Because towards the end there, 11T were putting up a heck of a fight. 22 kills for Tech, 22 for Little B. The rest of the team is at 15 and 16. You look over at the side of 11T, and top frag was 18. And it starts to fall off from there at 17, 15, 12, and 11. Like I mentioned, though, the secret spice or the secret sauce for 11T has been a Wiru in the search and destroy. So there's definitely still a big opportunity where they could push us to a game 3. And they're a team that Mayhem definitely cannot take lightly in search and destroy.
Yo, absolutely. I completely agree with you. Now, what I will say is, Wedo didn't necessarily have the best game of his life, and I know that we were talking about connection issues being a factor. Is that really going to hold the guys over at 11 back? As I'm taking a look back at it, he went double negative. Definitely an issue with connection if that's the fact. So we're looking at him to pop off in the search or destroy. You factor in those two, scenarios. You've got someone who you usually see top frag in a search or destroy now is going to be hindered by a connection issue. I am starting to think that maybe Mayhem might be able to take this series in 2 if that's the case. Granted, there's no disconnection issues on their half. Obviously, we had one earlier tonight.
To be fair, there's no real guarantee that it was a connection issue. He could have very well just
left the game.
Second, right?
Yeah. Come on now. Yeah, that's typical Little B behavior. Just ups and leaves the game literally midway through. So.
Oh no, I was talking about Wiru.
Oh, Wiru. Oh, got you. Maybe he was. Oh, okay.
I thought you were mentioning when I said that last game he may be disconnecting or something there because he stood still for a couple seconds.
Well, I mean, he went double negative. I got to assume he had connection issues because that's not his, that is not his typical gameplay. Usually he's breaking neutral, occasionally positive against a squad like Mayhem, but I just can't call it. But we'll see here as we're going to go ahead and dive right into it. Standoff, search, or destroy. Chet, who do you got? Dave, what are your predictions?
I think this is actually more of a scenario where 11T could come through with some decent performance because, again, they've been a very search and destroy heavy team in the past. So Mayhem, not a pushover search and destroy team either. In fact, I think Mayhem are probably the strongest, most consistent search and destroy team in North America. But, again, 11T... very well up there as well, and there's no guarantee that NYSL doesn't drop this one.
Absolutely not. I do have to point out that this is literally Little B's bread and butter map. If he doesn't drop 10, he leaves the game early. I'm just saying, he finds a way to hit the shots here. He doesn't hit the first few that I do see 11 rotating over to that A site. Could have had one on Wero, could have had one on Legend. Obviously did not hit those and make the connection. Zai does make the connection, however. Bomb's going to go down at B. Zai going to be peeking up. Tectonic says, hello, peekaboo, I'm here. 3v2 scenario, 2 for 3 trades comes through. Legend leveling things out, and as soon as I say that, Space finds one as well, so 2v1 scenario here for 11D. It's going to be on Legend to clutch it up. He's got 30 seconds.
Yeah, Legend has the AMAX in hand, which is almost like a mini sniper rifle, one of those tac rifle style guns, and comes through really, really clean in some of the long-range gunfights, and that was one of the things we saw there. Little B did rotate over to play Overwatch and look over the B bomb. Gets taken down by Legend across the map, head glitching the tank, and Nero with a great slide there, going to come through, cleans that one up, and Mayhem go up 1-0 in this match of Search and Destroy.
This just in, Zim coming in chat, clowning on Days mic quality. I know you're not a caster, bro, but every time I hear you talking on chat, it literally sounds like you're making an order at a Wendy's or an Arby's or something. A Burger King. I'm kidding, Zim. We're not clouding on you tonight, bro. Game number 2, 1-0 advantage here early for the guys over at Mayhem. I said that with such a straight face. He does not even know I was joking with him. Now he does, obviously, because I'm smiling and I'm laughing at the same time. Alright, we're going to see Zyrax drop early as Awaken finds first blood. Huge opening frag. Space going to find another one as well. And I was bragging on Little B's performance here in this map in particular. And having a slow start so far. Gets a hit marker. Feels bad. But Jason, a.k.a. Zai, going to be taken down. Wedo going to get a refrag here. Is going to be instantly annihilated. And that is going to be another round going in favor of the guys over at Mayhem.
Yeah, they're definitely in a good position right now, especially coming off of that hardpoint win. They could potentially close it out in a 2-0 victory, and it would make it honestly just less games for them to play on their way to trying to pull together a win. Obviously, it's been a hot minute for the guys at NYSL. You gotta imagine they definitely took a little bit of a break while they were, you know, coming off the back end of playing Stage 4, but
Bomb has been planted.
it looks like they're back at it. They're putting through some good effort here. Jason comes through with a big one onto Awaken. Wiru is now rotating up. Nero is playing L really, really well here. He's got an MX-9 in hand. Space gonna pick up one. Zyrax does get a refrag, though. It's a 2 versus 3 in favor of 11T. This is one of the better opportunities that they have to pull together a win. Nero, you gotta know that your teammate just got clowned on over there, right? But 3 players of 11T converge. Can't quite win the fight this time around, and that's gonna be the first round picked up by 11T.
Get ready for the next round.
That is going to be another round, or the first round going in favor of 11D after a few trades going their way early on. Zim, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I do not snort pre-workout. I snort post-workout, okay? It's a little different. At any rate, we're going to go ahead, jump into this next round. 11D getting on board after that last one. And I was mentioning Little B not necessarily have the best game so far. Is going to be taken down First Blood for 11D there, as he is going to get dropped yet again. Nero, bomb in hand, going to be scoping this back alley area, looking for a play, looking for some info. Got 3 players on the CT tank. You got 2 players manning Deli, one on the outskirts, one on the inside. That's going to be Polanin. We're going to see Nero yet again peek this area. Didn't see anybody the first time. Doesn't see anybody right here. But if you look a little further, does get the hit marker. But the push comes in. Palan able to take advantage of the overextension. Zyrax going to find a wicket, and now it's a 2v5 situation. We looking at another round possibly going in favor of 11D.
Last man standing.
Yeah, definitely a big opportunity. It is down to the last remaining member of Mayhem being Space in a 1 versus 5. Is it possible? Absolutely. Is it realistic? Well, that is yet to be seen. He does find one onto Jason. Can't find the rest, though. Palon comes through, finishes up that kill. And that's another round going over to 11T. They've been able to tie things up, as I mentioned. This is not a pushover search and destroy team. So we'll see what happens here. Whole team contributing pretty solid effort. All players between 2 and 4. Jason with a beautiful jump, gonna pick Space off the head glitch of boxes as well. That's gonna put Mayhem in a pretty rough spot. And you were talking about this being Little B's bread and butter map. He's currently sitting on a donut.
He is, and again, you know, just to be fair here, not sure if he's having connection issues. We saw him disconnect earlier in the Search and Destroy on Summit. I am not 100% sure what the situation could be, but we also saw him pop off in the hardpoint on Summit, so we'll see if he can find his first frag in the 5th here. This is going to be a last round for... Zai! Literally peeking that CT tank top side of Granny's is going to get that shot to land, and Little B going to be taken out yet again. Oh my god, Zai with the snipes, bro. That is a 2-piece for him. 6 on board here in this 5th round, as we are going to see another 2v4 scenario. Tectonic and Nero this time. I've seen this scenario play out a few times with these 2 guys alone, and it doesn't usually end pretty, but when it does, it is a work of a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. These guys are just fine-tuning their crafts, but Tectonic with the Locust in hand as well. Going to play for some info. Finds 2 on the A site. There's actually 3 there, if we're counting numbers, and takes 1 shot, does not hit. Nero still creeping in this back alley. They only got about 25 seconds left to work.
Yeah, rough spot for them to be in. As you can see, Tectonic looking for one. Zai is just not missing these jump shots right now. This is honestly a little bit nuts. Nero finds 1.
Oh my god, Nero.
2. Pulls out the shorty. Oh, unfortunately can't find the next. Zai's going to pick that one up and picks up the 3rd round for his team. It's going to be absolutely huge. And 11 now on the offense have a big opportunity to start taking a little bit of an edge. I do feel like Standoff is one of the better maps to be on the offense. I don't want to say it's like distinctively better to be on offense, but it is definitely playable. Polana coming through one. Wero finds another.
Oh my God!
Finds a third onto Nero.
Yo, don't tell me Little B's gonna end this game with a donut. This is an instance of... Oh, Space, good shots. This is a complete instance of caster cursing, right? Like, I say if he doesn't drop 10, he leaves the game, right? I don't see a single kill on board so far for Little B. Not 100% sure what's going on there, but... Super,
Defend the objectives.
It's getting to the point where he's gonna have to find something as, we're getting into the point where 11 could clutch this up in 2 more rounds. This is a very aggressive push in that first attacking round. Palan going to be taking some shots. Palan's going to lose Wero in the mix as Tectonic finds another kill there. Little B going to be pushed back and recovering, and we're going to see Awakened in a very, very aggressive position here. He's got 2 players. Well, he's got no players now, but there was one on court side. That's going to be Zyrax. Zyrax going to be taking some shots. Zyrax is going to be taken down. Awakened in a perfect position to capitalize as he literally snuck into top grannies and went unnoticed.
As I's playing mid-tank here pretty well. Misses the head of Tectonic, who's going to slide on into the courtyard. Might be making a rotation over. Awaken is up top as well. It is Narrow, though, picking up the kill onto Palon. It is just going to be Zai and Legend. Jason's making his rotation over. Rotates into Tectonic, and you just cannot deny the power of this shorty. Awaken gets the refrag. It's going to leave Legend in a 1 versus 3, and it's looking like it's probably not NYSL out of this one. It's not enough to tie it up, but this is a big opportunity where they can close the gap. Legend finds 1, can't get away from Awaken. And that round is going to go over to NYSL Mayhem.
It is. That was a much-needed round. You give that round to 11, and you're at risk of going to a game 3 early. That round was so big for Mayhem. We'll see if they can continue with that momentum as they took the hard point first game up. Zyrax going to get the first blood. Tectonic going to get a refrag there. Tectonic gets 2. Takes shots on a third, but Zai, who has been on one, finds his 10th kill there. And the bomb is going to go down. A 3v3 will pop off here. 45 seconds on the clock. 11 looking to get that much closer to taking us to a game 3. And Mayhem, a little bit of pressure here as they have not been able to fend off 11 since that first round. It literally has just been pretty much 11 dominating so far. Nero going to be taking out Wero. Will get credit for that trade. It's a 2v3 scenario here as Little B, who is still killless, is going to be taken down in space. Going to get shortied right in the... Well, actually, that was a Holger right in the face. At that range, I could have swore it was going to be a shorty. Now we are on match point, but as anyone knows who's watched CDL, 5-3 is probably the most dangerous score to be at in a Search or Destroy game. We'll see if it's true here as this potentially last round will start.
Good to be the last one here in a second. Little B, as you mentioned, still unable to find a kill, sitting at 0-8 right now. If he's able to find a kill or 2 this round, might have a good opportunity to help his team bounce back. Don't know if he can see Zyrax, but right on the other side, Zyrax is going to see Tectonic. If Little B pulls the trigger a little sooner, he saves Tech there. Unfortunately for Mayhem, the 2-1 trade is in favor of 11, but Little B does pick up kill number 1. Awaken is looking for kill number 8. He's going to find it, narrowing it down to a 3 versus 3 once again.
Enemy contact.
37 seconds left on the clock here for Mayhem to stay alive, and we've got a 3v3 intense one. We got Wero, who is on boxes. Palan, who is right here in Cubby. Legend going to find Little B. That's a huge frag here for 11 as they only need 20 seconds. Awaken going to go through with the push. Space going to be there to clear off boxes. Is going to go for the defuse. This is a bold one. Is going to spot. Oh, no. That's Legend and Wero teaming up for those last 2 kills. And we are going to be going to a game 3 off the backs of 11 clutching this Search and Destroy early 6-3. That's a tough one, bro. I seriously thought that bomb might have gotten defused there. Awaken pushed up, didn't have the clearance he thought he had, and now we're going to be going to a domination to figure out who is going to be moving on to the semifinals. Domination Raid. This is such a lovely map to play, especially in this best of 3 format. Couldn't end it on a better one, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely going to be a big game for these two teams. As you mentioned, it was Zai largely cracked for the side of 11. He put up 10 kills on the board that game, was able to find first bloods left and right, and the rest of the team put in solid work as well. 7 for everybody except Legend, and Legend was at 6. So really solid performance for a 9-round game coming from those guys, and Mayhem need to bounce back in a big way for this domination.
You guys are too toxic. I just saw in chat Little B coming into defense of himself. I got a kill. That's all that matters, right? No donuts. Just one breadstick from Olive Garden, my guy. Just one breadstick. Very tough. To be fair, though, I did kind of curse you, though. Caster cursed you. I said if you didn't drop 10, and what did you do? You didn't drop 10, bro. I'm sorry. That's all me, bro. I won't do you like that next time, I promise. All right, we're going to get geared up for a Game 3 domination on Raid. Opportunity for 11 to edge Mayhem after a decent Search and Destroy game from them. Who am I kidding? Decent? That was... After that first round, they had control the entire time. I can't even lie. It was pretty lopsided. Wedo putting up some kills on board. Jason, Zai, the player that we know him as, just was on point with the snipes, and when he's on one, bro, you can't take him off. So we're going to get geared up for this third game, and I don't know if I can make a pick here.
We're just waiting on a couple players to ready up, and we'll get you guys into the domination, which is going to be on Raid, as Verdict mentioned. Just as a reminder, since obviously we played a Search and Destroy for you guys there, it is the Sparrow and the Death Machine band. And I gotta say, that's a big opportunity for the side of Mayhem, because these guys are absolutely cracked with the Annihilator, as well as they've been one of the main teams practicing with the kinetic armor, as far as I've been able to see. So we will see. Definitely see more teams coming into it, but you know, when this new update dropped, you could tell these guys were ready for it, and they got 2 really strong operators on the board here, as well as you could always go into some equalizer, maybe a grab spikes as well. So we'll see what they bring to the table. I know Tempest has been another big one as of late, really a good tool to taking down some of those Goliaths.
Yeah, you're gonna need at least 1 or 2 of those Tempests, especially with a team that is known for their ability to get score streaks. Literally everybody on the squad for Mayhem, at any given moment, it can have a Goliath in their pocket. It's just a known fact. We saw 4 of them earlier, technically 3, but we heard the 4th as Tectonic leaked information of Little P not dropping his Goliath. I guess they wanted to be just toxic enough to know that they were going to win, but not toxic enough to, you know, make the kids rage quit. But at any rate, I think we're verifying everything before we start up. A little bit of anticipation as I'm ready to jump into this matchup. This is a... Like I said earlier, I mentioned the fact that I looked at the bracket and it was stacked to the brim. But then again, I did see Zygnus drop out, so I do believe Tribe might be getting an easy one in the second round and the first round as well. I'm going to pull it up and see if I can find where they ended up at. So, yeah, Tribe and Prime are going to be in the semifinals. Op34 taking down Seminole early was huge. They take down Obsidian Oracle as well, and they are going to be waiting for the winner of this matchup for their semifinals matchup. So Primal making a last-minute entry, looking like it might pay off here, as they are about to face off with Tribe on the Gilmania side of the bracket. So Tribe 2-0's F4, Storm F4, and I think if we had Zygnus in the mix, well, I don't know, that probably would have been a semifinals matchup. So this is probably the most talent we've had in the Meseeks Sunday Showdown for about a month now. 5 tier 1 teams in the mix. Yep. And then we got Op 34 upsetting Seminole. That's tough.
I was just trying to pull up the Primal roster and see if I recognize anything going on there, because that's one of those rosters I've obviously been largely looking at, trying to hope that they come together with a consistent set of 5, which they've been unable to in the past. Does look like that one is going to be Meralto, Medic, Ingenic, Coding, Mangoes, and Psycho. So we'll have to see. That's taking on Tribe is a tough order for any team, and a team that has not been playing together for very long. Definitely have to imagine we'll have their struggles in that matchup as well. But we are into our domination between Mayhem and Eleventy, and like I said, leaving an Annihilator open for the side of Mayhem, that's a gamble. That is a gamble.
That is a gamble. We saw it did pay off in the first game. Hardpoint was 150 to 100. It was close at the beginning, but after that P4 rotation, it got a little out of hand. We're going to see this domination game start off with a bunch of map control early. The points, the kills, going to go in favor of Mayhem. They're going to be able to capitalize on a ton of kills up front and are going to be able to get the B site captured. Zyrax and Zai going to be pushing through, trying to get a little bit of this ring control to come through, and Space going to be dropped in on this ring site, is going to push down, and Tectonic also going to be biting some bullets. No traction yet on the B side for 11E. Zai Killless going to be taken out, and that's going to be Mayhem continuing to rack up the points uncontested.
Yeah, Mayhem in a pretty good spot. They do get the B early, as you mentioned, and I think it is important to make note that they do have strong side off the start. They have that laundry opportunity. We've got a Dragonfire in for Space, gonna get his team some vision. Ends up picking up the kill onto Jason with the direct impact.
Killer drone deployed.
This is a big opportunity for Mayhem to make a rotation over. Space gonna come through, find Zyrax and Pelon. And that is gonna clear off that progress on B.
It is. Space, already up to 7 kills, is finally going to be taken down as he was streaking as well. I'm taking a look at the scorecard early. 7-2 for Space, 7-4 for Wedo. So Wedo obviously having a better second and third game in comparison to that first, where he literally went double negative. Not necessarily his typical behavior, but it's not too late to step up. First half, just a little over that halfway point marker. Well, a lot over, let's be fair. Looking like Mayhem could rack up all of these 75 points without even dropping either A or B. As I say, that 25% percentage on that A cap is going to be halted. Legend playing some hella spawn control here as he's going to make his way over to this A site, clearing bottom staircase, finds one. Little B going to get the refrag. Zai going to be there to contest, is going to be able to cap A, but for how long? It might be able to open up that space on B, and they do. Triple cap comes through momentarily. Mayhem losing a little bit of map control here early in this first half.
Yeah, not really entirely sure what Space was doing pushed up to C as far as he was, but he also used his Annihilator going for that C push, flipped his team's spawns, put him in a pretty rough spot, and lost out on his operator as well, so we'll have to see. We're taking a couple bullets there. Oh, Space went to jump the corner, and he climbed. Oh no, that feels so bad. Ends up eating a Hunter Killer right to the face. Mayhem will still go into the second half with a lead, but not as big of a lead as they could have realistically had. And like I've mentioned before, you don't have that point limitation on the second half. And it is going to be 11T spawning with C control, or A control, I mean, sorry.
It is indeed. I'm taking a look at it. No streaks on board for 11E, if I'm not mistaken. They got a few operators to use. No streaks for the side of Mayhem either, but I want to see where Wedo's at. It looks like he's got kinetic armor in the mix. C and A are going to be traded instantly. Nero going to pass right through the smoke. Wedo literally bumping shoulders. Nero's going to be taken down in early map control here in this second half for the guys over at 11D. Space going to be spotted in top red, and Gallery is not safe. You got Wedo, who has been a shark in this game. Going to get the hit marker and is going to be taken down. Tectonic finds that kill, and First half over with, said and done. Second half looking exactly like it, would. You got the map control advantage as A and B are literally the points you want to be at. If A is your home flag, got that advantage. Little B looking to make that flip, and I see Tectonic actually pushing up too, so they might coordinate for a spawn flip. A Little B going to be spotted early. Zai also going to get that kill, and now we're going to see Tectonic come through. He is going to be taken down. Nero is going to be the last hope for this A flip, as Palan is going to pick up that kill. That's going to be a two-piece going in favor of him, so the flip does not go through, and 11D are going to be able to recoup some of those points that they lost there in the first half.
Yeah, definitely a big opportunity for 11T. As you can see, Legend, he's got a Goliath in on rings, but what I gotta say is that's a really rough spot for it to be.
And it's dead.
Getting taken down very, very early, exposed to too much things. Grenades, rockets, potentially Predator missiles to one-shot a Goliath, so definitely a rough one for them, but it's going to be Tectonic and Little B coming through with 3. They get the B cap just in time to retake this lead a little bit. Got 1 point in favor now. It's definitely something they've got to hold for a while. And if you look at it Space's perspective, you see a lot of 11 team members rotating over. They all get distracted by Space, and Tech just cleans the house.
That was major. The B site about 40% cap there. Tectonic able to pick up 2 on the backs of a Predator missile. He's got 16 on board. Didn't have the a great first half, but is trending to be top fragging in the lobby. 16 and 9 right now. 118, 119 and counting for Mayhem. 110 for 11D. Off the backs of a great B cap. Wedo going to push up Tectonic, and Wedo going to duke it out. Wedo going to be able to get the better of that trade, but is going to be taken down. No, he's not. He's got kinetic armor. He's going to push up Space, take it off his Annihilator. B could potentially be taken here, but is going to need a little bit more bodies on it. We're going to see A and C get flipped, and this is the ultimate goal. Little B going to be taken down. C and A going to be in favor of 11. This is tough. Space going to be coming through. Jungle gets lasered. Wedo picks up his 21st. Half cap on A. Not going to be full cap. Tectonic peeks through. Staircase. This is going to be the opportunity for the B cap to be capped by Zai and Palan. A eventually going to get traded there, but a day late and a dollar short. But are we in double or triple cap territory now, Day?
We indeed are. Mayhem got 9 points to go, and we need well over 18 for the side of 11T at this point. They need like 2 seconds of triple cap, which is basically at this point going to be till the end of the game. And with the B cap flipping back over to Mayhem, they're going to go ahead and lock this one out. Nothing 11T can do about it. They put up a hell of a fight, but just not enough to bring down Mayhem.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
GG's to 11, GG's to Mayhem, as they're going to be moving on to the semifinals where they will square off with Op 34. That was hella close, though. The A cap didn't come through in time. I was starting to panic for the guys over at Mayhem. They got their act together and was able to get that solo cap. As a matter of fact, they actually got the B cap to come through to top it off. So, hell of a third game here as 11D nearly takes that domination, but Mayhem just too much to be reckoned with. As I'm taking a look at the scorecard, Little B pops off and drops 22 and 16. Well, we're not going to give you a pass for that Search and Destroy game. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. But we will commend you for your efforts here in game number 3. 22 and 16, 18 and 13 for Space. Tectonic goes 19 and 13 as well. It literally had 4 kills going into the second half. Dropped 15 in the second. And that is the result of this game. 150 to 138, 15 and 17 for Zai, who top frags. 23 and 13 for Wedo. That literally was the best KD in the lobby and had 3 caps to go along with it. Not enough, obviously, to take down Mayhem, but hell of a performance from him after that first hardpoint game.
Yeah, you're definitely right there. Some big plays from Mayhem there towards the end to counter the aggression that 11T came through with. They, again, started with the A-side spawn. and really were starting to make a comeback, and it took Mayhem a while to stop that momentum, but they finally were able to pull it together in the end up winning by 12 points. So really, really solid performance out of both of these teams, but it is Mayhem coming through and picking up the win. As you mentioned, definitely not going to let Little B get away with the breadstick in his quote, bread and butter map.
Yeah, facts, bro. I'm not letting him slide on that one. I called it. He was going to drop 10. Dude literally dropped 1. You disappointed me, Little B. Drag together. I'm kidding, bro. Everyone has bad games. It happens. You guys are moving on to the semifinals. That's all that matters right now. So as we get these teams in the lobby, we're going to take a short moment and a short intermission in order to do so. You already see Dave just dip out of his chair. I'm going to do the same thing and go use the restroom. Guys, give us just a moment. We shall be back with some more Meseeks Sunday Showdown.
Invincible.
And we are back live for the Meseeks Sunday Showdown semifinals. This event is sponsored by Trovo, HyperX, JuJu Energy, and SXC Finger Sleeves. Guys, make sure you use code Meseeks at checkout. All right, we've got Op34 in the building. We've got NYSL Mayhem in the building. Guys, we're going to get geared up for a best of 5, and bro, day. Taking a look at it, this is the same squad that took out Seminole earlier. Obviously, we are aware of the situation of what happened. Jez obviously left the game. So, I don't know how to gauge this this matchup. What are your expert opinions?
Well, I gotta say, I get the feeling that we know exactly what happened to Seminole. They won the hard point, which is the match that they won. They lost the Search and Destroy, and they have a pretty big tendency to troll in Search and Destroy if they have the lead. Get into Game 3, all of a sudden, boom, you're a player down, and that makes it a little bit difficult. So I don't want to say that Op34 is bad, right? Like, Washi and Yuhi on this team, absolutely nuts. Not to mention Impolite and Detri are also pretty solid players as well, so we'll see what happens throughout this game. I would be leaning on the side of Mayhem. Op34, a good lineup. I don't know if they're a good enough lineup, but hey, if they were gonna prove it, they could come here and prove it right now.
They can.
It looks like we do have maybe no Tectonic. That could be actually a deciding factor.
Well, he's like literally in the next room, right? Just pop your head in and be like, "Hey, bro, why are you not playing?" All right, we're going to get started up here. Best of 5 format here in the semifinals moving forward. Hardpoint standoff, S&D Summit, Dom Hackney, Hardpoint Raid, and a S&D Crossfire to end it up if we go to a Game 5. Mayhem, Optiban, Firing Range, and Sparrow. Still waiting for the bans on Op34 side. Looking at the roster, you can't discount this Op34 team, as you just said. Raven, Washi, and Yuhi in the mix. And then we've got Impolite and Detri also. Just got the bans from Op34 Kinetic and Crossfire ban, which obviously that's not the case because we're going to end with an S&D on Crossfire. So come on, hello, get your act together. That I gotta say, other than the S&D on, actually I kind of hate both two maps, Summit and Hackney Yard Domination. Love the hardpoint standoff, love the hardpoint raid. S&D Crossfire, that's just like icing on the cake. That's probably the only viable option for that map as well, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely could be the case. Does look like we're just waiting on 1 or 2 players to get readied up, and we'll get you guys into the action. Definitely, potentially a pretty spicy one with Mayhem not playing with Tectonic. That is honestly kind of a huge deal, right? He's been a staple piece of their roster for so long. So I also know that he's been doing a lot of the IGL work over there for the team. So that could be a pretty big deficit in its own right. So we'll have to see, but we do have, let's see here. As you mentioned, standoff hardpoint to start, search and destroy on Summit, Dom on Hackney. If we make it to a Game 3, we'd be looking at hardpoint raid. If we make it to a Game 5, we'd be looking at search and destroy on Crossfire. Mayhem with a ban on Firing Range and the Sparrow. And Op34, I'm actually unsure what their map ban was, but they banned the kinetic armor, so.
Oh, so I just read from Tectonic in chat. The mobile volcano without a fan on 5% isn't worth playing on right now. That's tough, dude. Also, I was just kidding. You know what? She can't even hear me as she's not even in VC with us, so I'm not, directly talking to her. I'd never disrespect.
Really?
Yeah, I would never disrespect Hello like that. Obviously.
Yo, Tech, just turn on the cooling feature, bro.
Come on, bruh. All right, Yuhi coming through with 117 Raiders. Let's go, Yuhi. Gonna ask you to change your name though, bro, because I can't pronounce that well, I can pronounce it, but I don't want to on stream. Yeah. Well, not while I'm casting. Catch me on a Warzone stream or a casual, me not casting stream. I got you all day, bro. I got you. Catch me on the spawn. No, you know what? That's not necessarily a word that I use freely. But guys, if you're just now joining in from the Yuhi raid, I appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and get geared up for a Game 1 Solar, Space, Awaken, and Nero. 4 players for Mayhem. The 5th being Little B. B for Breadstick. As we saw earlier, drops the bready over and Search or Destroy on standoff. We'll see if he can maybe double his or his performance here in the Search or Destroy in the second matchup. Raven, Impolite, Dietrich, Washi, and obviously Yuhi, who came through with a massive raid. Going to be rounding out the roster for Op 34. We're going to get started up. We're doing rebands and maps, confusion, and whatnot. That's quite all right, as long as we are all on the same page moving forward before we start this matchup. That is all that matters, so... Hold on, got a text from the wife. Alright, just call him Chango? What does that even mean, my guy?
Yeah, how about we just call him Yuhi?
Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Yuhi. Kamara? I like Kamara. I'm not a, I'm not against the Saints, but I'm not a huge Saints. You know, you already know I'm a Packers fan, and the Saints just literally embarrassed us last Sunday. We didn't get embarrassed this Sunday because we're playing on Monday night, so I don't have to worry about that.
Redemption time, 2 kills, baby. I guess we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, close those. There we go.
I think you got to put up like 12 to make up for the breadstick earlier, if you want me to be honest with you. 12 seems like a fair...
Yeah, it is.
A fair number.
It gives me the guarantee that you drop the 10, and then 2 for the twice the performance. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that makes sense. I like the way you think, Dave. That was a quick one. I like it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and gear up for our semifinals first game, best of 5. Raven, if you don't ready up, bro, I'm gonna come through this game so fast and tell you to ready up. Got a little spice there. Hardpoint standoff, S&D summit, domination takeoff, hardpoint raid, and S&D hackney. Oopsie poopsie. As we had a little bit of miscommunication earlier, now we are all on the same page. We're going to go ahead and jump straight into this first matchup after the long delay. We apologize for that, but want to make sure we crossed our I's and dotted our T's before we jumped into it. I know I said that backwards, Dave. Don't correct me, okay?
Yeah, I was trying to see if the operator bands are the same. Earlier it was the kinetic armor and the Sparrow, which left the Death Machine and the Annihilator available. We are getting into this game. I see some Death Machines in play. I see some Annihilators in play. Raven does have a Sparrow on, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Not seeing any Kinetics, so Kinetic must be banned. And Nero for the only member of NYSL not running an Annihilator at this point. He does have the Equalizers. Alright, so confirmation from the admin, it is Sparrow and Kinetic, so we'll be, like I said, keeping an eye out for Raven to make sure he does not use that, especially since we went through and re-clarified the maps and bans.
Yeah, and with Raven still having that Sparrow, it is going to lead me to think that he might use it. Maybe he'll have a little bit of discipline, but P1 coming to a conclusion, 32 points and counting for Operation 34. They have taken a bit of a lead here. We'll see if the guys over at NYSL Mayhem can bounce back in this P2 rotation, as I see Raven actually popping off, bro, right there on this backside. He is going to be taken down as he found a 2-piece. And that is going to solidify the early rotation. No, it doesn't. How did Op 34 manage to get point after the wipe? That is tough. Impolite going to come through on a slide peek. And 45-11 now as we're about 15 seconds in. NYSL Mayhem still yet to get on point here in P2. This back warehouse area. We're going to see Little B come through as well as another Washi. Oh my god, they have a complete hold on this P2 rotation.
Yeah, they're definitely in a pretty good spot right now over Mayhem, taking a pretty sizable lead of 50 points. And we did see Mayhem make a pretty big comeback on this map before. We'll have to see if they can do it again. Jetri comes through with one onto Little B. Raven is going to find an extra one, finds two as he picks up Little B as well. Still on the Sparrow, 6 kills to his name again. We don't want to see him go down like that. Climbs the wall, finds Little B once again.
We're going to see the P3 rotations pay off, possibly for... Nope, that is going to be Op34 actually getting in the objective. These guys are feisty, I got to say. Regardless of Jez dropping out of the game or not, bro, you got to believe that they made Seminole work for that dub. The first one, at least. Obviously,
sure.
you know, obviously the Search and Destroy, even if they trolled or whatever was the situation, you got to believe that was a close game, too. Now, the Jez dropping out situation obviously could have been a multitude of different... you know, accounts. I'm not 100% sure what occurred in VC or whatnot, but Op34 looking pretty solid right now.
Yeah, Op34 in a great place, looking like they might be able to take game 1 away from Mayhem. Again, it's pretty early still to call, but they're within 50 points away. They're getting set up for next as well, and picking up space there, picking up Solar Season on the top. Like I mentioned, not having Tectonic could prove to be a pretty big factor for the side of Mayhem. Largely because, again, he has been their main IGL, and that's a big role to have be missing, let alone the fact that, I mean, come on now, the kid's cracked. The kid's absolutely cracked.
Dude, he made a comment earlier in chat. He was like, I'm gonna get fried. I haven't played in 2 weeks. And I took him for face value. Obviously, that wasn't the case. He top-fragged in pretty much every game possible. Not necessarily in score, but was leader in KD in a multitude of games. And now we're going to see, you know, his presence be missed here in this game 1. Annihilator pulled out for Solar, as he's going to be taken down. Yuhi is going to be getting credit for that kill, and we might see this game end early. They can actually win it off this point, regardless of what you see on score. I think there's an extra. The contest comes through that might give a P1 start for the guys. If that contest didn't come through, that would have been it. 7 seconds for P1 opening up. Washi on the flank here, going to come through the backside. Solar and Mayhem doing everything they can to extend this game to get up to 55 points. That is going to be it. Game number 1, 150 to 55 in favor of Op34, who come through and devastate Mayhem on the backs of Tectonic not being able to play in game number 1.
Yeah, definitely a rough spot to be in, but as we mentioned, the Volcano is friends of no one. I remember watching before Stage 4 for NA, Tribe had a stream where they were, you know, all at their LAN, or at their boot camp, and I literally had to go out and buy external fans to keep the phone cool. So I get it. It is a bit unfortunate, but like I said, this is a strong search team. Maybe they can come through with a victory there, push us a little bit later in the series. They're also very, very good at domination, but so is Op34, and again, playing without your IGL and one of your top fraggers is a difficult position to be in if you're Mayhem.
It is, and with Impolite playing the way that he is, dude, 21-8, game number 1, literally put the team in the bag with OBJ as well, so we'll see if it pans out and is a little different here in game number 2, Search and Destroy on Summit. Not going to completely blame the fact that Mayhem lost that first game on Tectonic not being able to play, but it was a huge factor, so we'll keep bringing it up in that sense. Op34, you heard me earlier. You got to believe that the Seminole matchup was no pushover, and obviously they had a player leave, and I'm starting to look at this matchup, and I'm starting to believe it less and less in that sense of he just left the game to leave the game. I want to say that it may have had something to do with how cracked these guys are. So we'll see if this second game goes any differently for Mayhem. And hopefully we'll see Tech, that starting 5, in before the series is over with. Obviously, he's got the Volcano in his hands, and I'm starting to think maybe Peter Peterson would be a better sub at this point. You got to think you put in the 2-time champ in that aspect, or the one-time champer, actually, not the two-time. He ain't Doctor. Zev, I'm just playing with you, bro. I'm trying to pick at you as much as I can. I saw your comment earlier, and I was like, Peter Pearson was in this game. This game would be over with already. They would have already lost this matchup. Savage moments with Verdict. That's right. That's what I want to call it.
Yeah, definitely the case. Does look like we're going to go into our second match with Op34 having a 1-0 lead, but this is still a pretty realistic scenario where the side of Mayhem could make a comeback. Summit is a really strong map for them, and Search and Destroy is a really strong mode, but as I say that, it's Raven coming through with a double, Washi coming through with one, and Impolite as well. It's going to leave space in a 1 versus 5, and Washi going to pick up another kill. First round swiftly going over to the side of Op34.
Op34 not playing any games here in this Search or Destroy, keeping that same energy they had in the hard point. I just saw Gil come through with a raid. I'm assuming Tribe is going to be moving on to the finals because the last time I checked, they were up in the domination big. So, or Search or Destroy big, I'm sorry. So, I'm assuming they did. We'll take a look at it in a minute, but NYSL Mayhem gonna have to find a way to pick up a game in this Search or Destroy round as Washi finds one to even things out. As a matter of fact, Raven gonna find one 2-for-2 trades. Make that a 2-for-3 as Nero is gonna find one. Washi gonna find yet again another one 2-for-4. Jesus, this is tough for Mayhem as they found themselves at a bit of disadvantage here in this second round. Yuhi, Dietrich, and Washi looking to collect the pieces and could very well do it and make it a 2-in-a-row situation. We'll see if it pans out or if Space can clutch it up. He doesn't have a single kill on board yet. We'll see if he can potentially make something happen here.
Yeah, definitely looking for that opportunity. Wouldn't be an easy one up against the likes of Washi, Yuhi, and Detri, but definitely a slim chance. Definitely a slim chance. Anything is possible in the Holger Shorty meta, okay? Ooh, he might be able to get a pick on Washi here. Washi does peek. He knows where to look. Takes a couple shots. He's going to make it out alive. You can see his team starting to rotate. Good call out from them. That was a weird push. What a weird ego challenge. Picks up one.
Is going to get the kill on Washi, but Yuhi knows what's up. Plays the time that's needed. That's going to be 2 rounds going in favor of Op34. Washi getting taken out there. Gave a little hope to the Space team here as, or to Space as a team literally had 20 seconds left and gets pushed by 2, that third up top, playing very disciplined, paying off. And I, for 1 second, thought Space was going to be able to clutch it up, but obviously time being a huge factor in that round for him. Not going to help out as is 2-0 in favor of Op34. Mayhem need to find a way to get a pick or two early on. As I say that, Yuhi has other plans for the squad. Op34 as they find first blood. That's going to drop Awaken. Little B going to be weak as well as he bites a few bullets. Space going to find one in Washi. Space going to drop as he overextends. Oh my god, Impolite and Dietrich tag team up for 2. And 4-2 situation here is Little B trying to find some shots. Is going to be taken down. How does he get lasered from that angle at that bottom side with the MX-9? This is going to leave an impossible situation for Nero to clutch, and that's going to be 3 rounds in a row for the guys over at Op34.
Yeah, looking like it could potentially be end of the road if Mayhem don't find some sort of momentum here and find it soon, because Op34 coming through with a really, really strong performance. Washi, obviously not a player you can sleep on, as well as Yuhi being on the team. And Washi leading the lobby with 5 kills on the board right now. Definitely a big factor in the team winning 3 rounds in a row. Space, my goodness, what was that challenge? My actual goodness. Tech, your boys need an IGL!
That is going to be Little B left in a 1v2 scenario now As Raven going to be spotted. The push comes through on the backside. D-Tree leveling out Little B there. Top control, shorty OP, absolutely. We're going to be on our last defending side round for Op 34, the last attack. Mayhem need to find a round here on the offense. Need to form some kind of strategy. I have to agree with Dave. I need someone to step up and pick up the roles of that IGL. As right now things are just kind of in shambles for Mayhem. Space going to be dropping early. Solar picks up one. 1-for-1 trades. Impolite, who's also been a factor in this search and destroy so far. 3 kills on board is going to be taken down.
In half of the rounds, Little B has twice the kills.
Oh, yeah. Facts. 4. Oh, and he's taken out. D-Tree.
And he's dead.
Raven. Yep, and he is dead. Nero going to find 1. Abusing the head glitch. 2, 3. Man advantage still in favor of Op 34. Make that a 1v3. This is all too familiar for Mayhem so far in this matchup. 1v something scenarios. We saw Space almost clutch it up earlier. And D-Tree going to catch Nero lacking there as he peeks. I'm not 100% sure what he was looking at. Looks like he was trying to turn around to go backwards. Just stayed in that little connector piece way too long. And 5-0. This is a tough pill to swallow if you're Mayhem.
Yeah, Mayhem definitely looking in a rough spot. It's looking like Tech's getting his phone all charged up and good to go, maybe for the domination. We will see. This is the most life we've seen out of Mayhem so far, but it might be a little too late. Even if they pick up this round, they need to pick up 6 in a row. It's not feeling ideal, but Little B does find another kill to help secure that one.
All right, 1 round. Can they continue on with that same kind of energy? Because that felt like Op 34 energy in this Search and Destroy matchup. I literally don't think we drop a 1 player for Mayhem. Op 34 proven that they have been a hell of a competition so far. The Search and Destroy just absolutely disgusting, if I don't, not being disrespectful. It's just gross looking right now. Raven going to be left on his own. 1v3 scenario finds Little B. The hard point was pretty bad, too. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. I'm also not trying to step on anybody's toes. But the reality of the situation is Tectonic not in the game. A huge factor, obviously, for this Mayhem roster. Awaken going to pick up that kill. Taking us to another round. Buying a little bit more time for this Mayhem roster. 5-2 match points still in favor of Op 34.
Destroy the objective. Bomb acquired.
Yeah, another round does go over to the side of Mayhem. They have a big opportunity here to come back, but again, they can't afford a mistake at this point, and with the way they've been playing, it's definitely going to be a difficult one. Oh, if Little B looks across, he might be able to find the dome of Yuhi. He's going to look up, finds Detri instead. Little B actually starting to turn things around, getting a little bit on fire. He's at 5, Nero's at 8. Washi finds kill number 8 of his own. Impolite finds number 5.
Get down, sniper!
Uh-oh. Oh no, the hit marker! Oh no! That feels bad.
It does, but when I was looking at it, bro, it looks like he was aiming at his feet. Of course, you're going to get a hit marker on a foot shot, but Nero does spot bomb. Doesn't mean anything, though. There's 3 players converging. That's going to be Washi. Gets 1, but is taken from the side. That's going to be game number 2. Going in favor of Op 34. 6-2 Search and Destroy game. Oh. Mayhem. Gonna have to fix... Someone needs to step up. If Tectonic doesn't make a way back into this game, into this matchup, I am going to be worried about Mayhem in his 3rd game.
Yeah, definitely a rough one for them to be in. A bad position for sure to be down 2 games already in a best of 5. As we mentioned, Tectonic may be joining us for the domination. I suppose we'll see. But it's not looking good for the side of Mayhem. Hopefully for them, Tectonic, if he is joining, will have his device all charged up, prevent some of the Volcano Xperia action going on. But even then, this is kind of a long shot because this is not a pushover Op 34 roster either.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm taking a look at the feed. Nero tries to do something for the squad, pops off with 10 kills. Everyone else kind of lackluster in the kill department for the side of Op34. 10, 9, 5, 5, 3. Washi with 9, Raven with 10. We saw him. He was a beast. That search and destroy matchup. He popped off in the hard point as well, so we're going to get geared up for our potentially last game of the semifinals if we don't see anything. I do see Tectonic in the lobby, which gives me a little bit of hope for this Mayhem squad to take us to a game 4. We're going to see flawless performance because just like in that search and destroy game, they're going to be literally on the chopping block every second of this domination game.
Definitely gonna be the case. Does look like we have Tech hopping on in, and we're just waiting on, honestly, at this point, admins to start.
There we go. Takeoff domination is where we're going to see, like I said, the potential last matchup for Mayhem of the night. Op34 looking pretty damn good, though, I got to say. Can't give them I can't give them too much credit because Tectonic wasn't there, but let's be fair, like, They were.
It's Washi and Yuji. Like, this is not a easy team for anybody, right?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. And then you got Raven popping off, too. Impolite popped off in game 1 as well. Like, I mean, I don't know. I can't call it. We'll see what these...
I gotta say, Washi probably the most impressive rookie we've ever seen, and he is not fallen off in any way, shape, or form. Washi coming through with a big 2 there. Impolite finds Waken as well. Does look like Op34 might be going for the early A flip, and I think they're going to get it.
They might do it, as I see Raven's actually going to be trying to prevent this B cap from coming through. So a little bit of strategy for Mayhem to clear that B side while A was getting pushed. We'll see if it pays off, though, as they don't have a home flag to say. B is obviously up for grabs for anybody, but Dietrich going to be there to prevent the C site, and we might see an early triple cap, as I do see a few players on that B side for Op34 are going to be taken off, so Mayhem able to control a little bit of map, but for how long? Tectonic picks up his third. Awaken looking to get this C side cleared. Raven going to get lasered. C is completely unmanned for Op34. Washi going to come through, takes down 1. Is not going to be able to get the peak on Awaken to prevent this C site from going back in favor of Mayhem, and that is going to be the advantage going back in favor of Mayhem, as they do have B and C, but for how long? As I see 2 players pushing up. 2 players taken down. Tectonic with the 2-piece is going to be taken down as Impolite does come through, and that is going to be Mayhem still in possession of B and C.
Yeah, definitely still a good position for Mayhem to be in. There's a lot of B progress going down for the side of Op34, though. And it does look like they're going to pick up the kill onto Nero. They're going to go ahead and get that B cap. And this is, once again, a tough position for Mayhem to be in. We've got a couple kills coming in through for them. But again, the early flip and dominance that Op34 brought to the table was pretty huge. And I think they're going to have strong side going into the second half as well. So a little bit rough for Mayhem. They might go down 3-0 here.
Could be the case. We'll see how it pans out, as we're a little over that halfway marker here in this first half. 47-35. Advantage going in the side of Op34. Oh my god, Raven, just an absolute beast. Gets the shots to land with the Holger, flips it, and does pull the shorty out for the finish. Little B is going to get lasered. No, Little B does win that, and C going to get pushed. A triple cap going in favor of Op34 early in this first half. This is a... Man, what is going on, bro? Like I said, Op34 looking hella strong in the first 2 matches. We got Tectonic making the sub in, and it doesn't appear as though it's going to make a difference. They are on the brink of elimination, and we might see a 3-0 here in the semifinals on the backs of Op34 just absolutely pounding Mayhem here in this third game.
Nice work. Get ready for the next round.
Yeah, definitely a rough spot for Mayhem to be in. They're down 32 points going into the second half. Op34 have that A spawn that they favored in the last round as well, and Mayhem do have an opportunity, right? I've mentioned it before. You've actually called out that I've mentioned it before. You're not limited to 75 points in the second half, so Mayhem are not out of this yet.
You lost the
Definitely not. But with the lack of map control in the first half, they're going to need to be absolutely on point. Little B solidifying a little bit of that, but is going to be taken off. That's tough, man. Just literally pulled out his Annihilator and is going to get beaten by the Predator missile. The IQ on point for Op 34. C going to be pushed and flipped. B is going to be the focus for Mayhem. They lose their home flag. And yet again, second half predicament here for Mayhem. Tough one to deal with. Triple cap is not going to come through as Little B places the sentry gun there. He's got a Goliath, but I don't think he's going to be able to utilize that to its fullest. We're going to see the C side get pushed here. Tectonic and team are going to be making their way over to this C site. They do get the cap to come through. Maybe Detry finds one, finds two. The nade comes through. Not going to be enough to take out Tectonic, who does get the cap. And now we're going to see the push come through. Washi. These guys are everywhere, bro.
We've taken the lead.
Yeah, they're definitely in a pretty ideal spot. The CB does come through for the side of Mayhem, but it is very important to note the score. They are only a couple points out of triple cap territory. They need to maintain this double cap for the rest of the game. Tectonic with the Death Machine comes through big there. I'm actually surprised he's not running the Annihilator with it being open right now. C coming in big for the side of Op 34. There's nobody to contest. The B comes as well. It's a triple cap for Op 34. And it is looking really bad for Mayhem. The Goliath gets taken down almost immediately. The triple cap maintains. We're deep into triple cap territory for the side of Mayhem at this point. I don't know if they have what it takes to pull it back together.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that. As much as it hurts me to say that, as much as I was hoping to see at least a game 4 with Tectonic making the sub back in, it does not appear as though we're going to be able to. You know, to get a triple cap needed to come back and win this game is going to be damn near impossible for Mayhem to do it. C, not cap. B, not cap. No progress. On A, A is actually getting pushed as I speak, so a little bit of progress there on all three sites. C is going to get reversed. B is going to be traded. Little B going to be taken out, trying to make that rotation over. And Op 34 looking to book their one-way ticket on the backs of a 3-0 against Mayhem. Looking to make a good case out of it. 145 and counting. That's going to be game, dude. I can't see a triple cap in a hold for the amount of time that is needed for Mayhem to bounce back in this game. As I say that, Detry's actually going to be right on the B side uncontested.
Yeah, that is going to be Op 34. Whew. Moving on to face off against the winner of the other semifinal in the grand final here for this Meseeks Sunday Showdown. I'm unsure who that is. You may be able to get that information. I don't know if it's in the streamer room yet. Let me look and see.
I want to say it's Tribe, but again, we don't have.
I would imagine so, based on the primal roster. The question is it a 3-0 though?
Stand down.
I'm not sure of the 3-0 for Tribe, but I do know we just watched and witnessed a 3-0 from Op 34 over Mayhem. Tectonic making his way back in Game 3, just a bit too late, as this series ultimately decided by this third game. Does go in favor of Op 34. They're going to be moving on to the finals. Washi 24-13, 15-11 for Detry, 15-14 for Impolite, 22-13 for Raven. And you're looking at the stats. That'll paint you a picture vivid enough to see that 3-0. Everyone goes positive for Op 34. Nobody going positive for the side of Mayhem. Just a tough night after seeing them perform so well, especially against an 11E roster that looked great, against a Big Ballers team that literally took it to a Game 3 on the backs of Little B disconnecting. So, well, Little B does go positive. So 17-15 for Little B, but you know, that's just not one of those stats that you got to be proud of, especially after a 3-0. So, very unfortunate for Mayhem. Very fortunate for Op 34. They're going to be moving on in the finals to face off against Tribe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm assuming it's Tribe, but man, based off of what we've seen tonight, it's anything is possible, I guess.
Yeah, you're definitely right. So hard to say. I would imagine Tribe going to be in the finals. Like I said, I don't necessarily know the score of that game, but with the way Op 34 have been playing here tonight, definitely a big opportunity, and a little bit reminiscent as well as seeing Washi come into the scene. Nobody in the competitive scene, for the most part, really knew him, with the exception of, obviously, probably some of the pro players themselves. But as far as community-wise, probably didn't expect him to have quite the impact. His first game that we saw him come into was a Mobile Mayhem match on 8 Kings up against Tribe at, like, the peak of Tribe's goodness. And man comes in, drops like 44 kills in the hard point on Hackney Yard, turns it around. If I remember correctly, I think it was in a raid search and destroy. Puts up like 14.
Jesus.
And yeah, not a pushover player for sure.
Oh, definitely not. I remember running rank with this guy before he even, got into the competitive scene. He was cracked then. He was so cracked that guys were literally saying, "Oh, he's hacking, bro." And I was like, "Nah, dude. He literally peeks every corner and angle and covers himself. He's like a good ass player." And that pans out. He had a different name then. I don't know if he wants me to, release that. But we've had this conversation. I messaged him a while back. And I'm like, "Bro, I did not know you were Washi, man. What is this? Why you see me casting and you're not even coming in my DMs and telling me, hey, bro, you just casted me playing." And here we are now, Washi, top tier player of this NA scene. And yeah, now we're going to see the teams joining back in the lobby. We still got Op 34 here. We got Tribe coming through, if I'm not mistaken. Or who do we have coming through? That's Celestial for the mod. So we're actually going to take this moment to have a short intermission. We are going to get these teams in the lobby for our finals. I'm going to update title and everything. We're going to get Gil in here to cast with us as well. So we will have the trio mix in the bunch. So guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. Alrighty, guys, we are getting geared up for our first game of the finals. We've got Tribe in the building. We've got Op34 in the building. We got the best of 5 spread for you guys as well. Standoff hardpoint is where we're going to start the action. Summit S&D for game number 2. Firing range on Domination for game number 3. Hardpoint Hackney Yard followed up necessary for game 5. It's going to be an S&D on raid. And I know you guys are like, well, where's Day at? Where's Gilmania? Day's going to be joining us back here shortly. He had to step away for just a moment. Couldn't keep you guys from the action because we're going to start up here with game number 1. And Gilmania was not able to finish the finals with us tonight, so it's going to be Day and I casting on the 1s and 2s. And we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. Game number 1 in Hardpoint Standoff, chat. What are your predictions? We saw Op34 in the NYSL matchup. It was tough, bro. I'm not even going to cap, bro. It was one of those feel bad moments. But hey, got information. Tech said these guys literally haven't played for 2 weeks. He hasn't played for 2 weeks together with them. Kind of makes sense. Nonetheless, show must go on. Tribe, Op34, game number 1 of the finals. Best of 5 format. Bolo going to pick up 1 Another one being picked up by Envy. This P1 area is still going to be occupied by Veteran, and we've got ourselves a little bit of a back-and-forth affair, and that is going to be Tribe getting on point, as I do see Parrish actually get taken down, but we still got one in the point that he is going to be taken down. It's going to leave Bolu, the last one alive, as 4 players drop. P1 still open. Raven going to be taken out. Washi going to get contested there. The nade on the opposite side of the wall, and this little courtyard area, a little courtside affair, P1 wide open. 18 points and counting. The contest comes through back and forth, as I said, and this is about as close as a P1 can be. Back and forth contested, but is going to be favoring Tribe, as they are going to have the advantage moving on into P number 2. Marshy going to be taking some bullets, but is going to stay alive. The information from Yuhi is going to relate to the kill being dropped. 41 points to 9, as P2 is going to open up here in about 2 seconds. Dietrich getting pushed by multiples. Envy is going to be taking out Parrish. Marshy, Veteran picks up 2. Marshy going to find 1 in Dietrich, and Dietrich's going to be taken out. That's going to be Op 34 getting their opportunity in. Hunter Killer Drone going to be wasted here on the bottom side of this warehouse area. And we're talking about bans and whatnot. We're not going to see Annihilator. We're not going to see a Sparrow. And both teams have agreed to a kinetic armor ban, so a gentleman's agreement for that. As they didn't necessarily ban it, but they didn't need to. The gentleman's agreement should be enough to keep it out of the matchup. P2, a big dub for the guys over at Op 34, as they're going to be able to take the lead. But what I'm seeing from Bolu is a Goliath in his pocket. I thought he threw it down, but I guess it was a smoke. Veteran going to be pushing up backside, back alley. Washi going to find his 7th, and we've got ourselves a ball game here. 60 points and counting for Op 34, only 41. The same 41 they got off of P1, which is completely ironic. If you're just now joining us, this is the first game of the best of 5. So no one has 1 point yet, but based off what I'm seeing, some stellar rotations from Op 34. They have an advantage here in P2. P3 is looking just the same, but Bolu with the shorty going to find his 13th. He is on a streak. He's got a Goliath in pocket. Hasn't used it. Finds 14. And now some OBJ time going to be racked up by Envy. Or not Envy, but Parrish, rather. He's going to be taken down. Envy's going to be pushing up staircase. Finds 1, but is going to be taken down. And that is going to be the contest here in P3. We've got ourselves an all-out brawl in game number 1 of the finals.
XS-1 Goliath incoming. Friendly Predator missile inbound. Friendly XS-1 Goliath is landing.
Envy going to pick up that Goliath that it looked like Bolu dropped for him. Bolu going to clear this barn area. Envy going to be able to make it in successfully. If I am Op 34, you got to have a Tempest. That's going to be Dietrich. He's already used one. He's already used it. Doesn't have one ready on available, so he's going to be the only hope that they get that Goliath taken out. Envy, 5 kills, not having the best of his life here in game number 1. Doesn't need to, though. He's got the Goliath in his hands. And we're going to see the contest come through. The Sentry Gun's going to clear the point. Raven going to be leading the pack. Going to be leading the break, and that is going to be an early one. Bolu comes right back with it. Same energy felt. 19 kills on board for Bolu. Washi going to be there trading back and forth. P4 is looking spicy, but is going to go on over to the guys over at Op 34, who have now a 30-plus point advantage and counting here in game 1. Raven going to take down 1. Yuhi's going to take out 1 as well. Marshy, playing patiently, picks up a big 2-piece. And battle for P1 out in Courtyard is going to be where it's at. If you're a Tribe, you can't allow these guys to take those 19 points. You got to be able to maintain P1 as well as properly set up for P2.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Sorry, I'm a little bit late here, but definitely looks like we had a good game going. And Op 34, I don't think I gave enough credit for how good these guys are. Obviously, Washi's doing pretty solid right now at 17 and 12. UG, as we mentioned, at 16 and 13. So largely been two that are doing well, but we also have a substitution in a veteran, which is a really big factor for this Op34 lineup for the night.
Only 1 point needed here to close out game number 1. Tribe giving everything they have on this P1. And at the beginning of it, only 19 points were needed. They got 18. Are going to opt to push for P2, and now we're going to see a Goliath come through. I'm not 100% sure whose it is, but are they going to be able to pick up that last point? No, but they got a Goliath. That is it. That is going to be game 105 to 149, 150. Once this point opens up, and Tribe not going to be able to stay in it. They're going to drop game 1. That is going to be going in favor of Op34 off the backs of a hell of a P2 to P3 and P4 rotation to actually an early break in P4. Setting themselves up proper. They go up 1-0.
Yeah, really, really solid performance from those guys there. And like I said, I don't think I gave them enough credit. I knew they had good players on the team, but I didn't think they were going to come through with the teamwork and performance that they're having right now. So they're definitely a pretty big team to beat right now. Tribe, obviously a really solid team as well, but they haven't been playing a ton with Parrish as of late. I mean, if we watched all through Stage 4, they played with Childs, who is absolutely cracked. He's their main sniper. So I definitely think those are some things to make note of here as well. And again, Tribe didn't even look at their best during Stage 4 either. So Tribe maybe in a little bit of a slump, slacking off a little bit, knowing that they have their Stage 5 slot, but Op34 are here to give them the business.
Yeah, they are. They came with that same energy that Mayhem felt in that semifinals matchup. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more out of this series than that one, as we saw the first 2 games literally just blow right through us, and the third was not that close either. So Op34 coming with their A game early in this matchup could very well be crowned the champions this week. They have a 1-0 advantage. Search and Destroy Summit's going to be our game 2, as we're going to get geared up for it. I'm taking a look at the rosters. Everything's looking pretty on point for both teams. I'm loving the combination of players. Obviously, that's Tribe's starting 5. I'm not sure if Veteran makes the starting 5 for Op34, but he looked damn good in that first game. In addition to everyone on Op34 completely being on the same page. So game number 2, we're going to start up Search or Destroy on Summit. Tribe down 1-0. Will they pick up the slack here in game number 2, though?
Definitely hard to say. I mean, it's hard to guess who Veteran plays for in the first place. We see him play on so many rosters, I just don't even know anymore. To be honest with you. So we will see as things go on. But we do have players leaving the lobby here, so we're going to get a restart before we get into our Search and Destroy.
I hope it backs. There we go. It's going to back me out. I thought I had a spectator glitch. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and back out and restart. This puppy is, apparently there was a connection issue of some sort. I'm not 100% sure. Nonetheless, it's not going to keep us waiting much longer, as everyone is readied up. Ready to go. Second try is the charm. Is that it? Third time's a charm? Nope, second time. Let's get it in the second. Let's get it right the second time. Bolu, last one, the ready up for Tribe. Everyone else on Op34 ready to go. Op34 obviously left the matchup, so they are possibly the ones who are subject to connection issues or whatnot. Nonetheless, game number 2 underway here, as we are going to go ahead and jump right in it. Everyone's...
We have everybody connected this time. And Op34, they are in the lead over Tribe right now. And Search and Destroy has been Tribe's biggest struggle suit. And we know obviously well enough that Op34 have been on top of their Search game today. So I feel like this is going to be a pretty difficult matchup for Tribe. And if they go down in the Search and Destroy, they're going to be down to match point against a Op34 that has been looking kind of unstoppable here today.
Yep, this Search and Destroy Summit, we're going to see Bolu pick it up Two big frags early on. Gonna go ahead and get this bomb planted as well as Dietrich. Trying to get some... Oh my, the shots do land through the bomb, but the back end, Marshy picks up one. It's a 3v1 scenario now as Envy finds another. Veteran finds one, 2 kills on board for him. Bang gonna find him there as he is trying to escape through that P3 area, but is gonna be ousted. And we're gonna have a 1-0 early advantage here for the guys over at Tribe after a pretty... it got slapped around in that hardpoint. I'm not even gonna lie. It was all out Op 34 in game number 1. Game number 2, starting off with the right foot for Tribe so far. We'll see if that continues to be the case as Bolu has 2 kills on board. Ban going to be in a compromising position here up top. Marshy taking some shots as well. Does hit some on Raven, but peeks back. Bolu gets first blood yet again. 2-piece. Yet another round in a row as he has 4 on board. Won't get sniped off this bomb as Washi is nowhere in sight. He is going to be in a 1v5, 45 seconds on the clock. And I've seen impossible done before, but a 1v5 versus Tribe, what's worse than impossible? It's just not happening. Bolu finds that last kill. That is going to be Tribe taking a smooth 2-0 flawless round there for them.
Yeah, and Tribe definitely need this win here. Again, you don't want to go down 2-0 against this Op 34 roster that has been looking absolutely phenomenal. It's going to be a difficult matchup for both of these teams one way or another, and I think that's something that players definitely, or viewers definitely have to consider as well. Because Tribe, they do have Paris back, and he was a really big factor for them in previous seasons, so maybe getting a little bit of rust knocked off here, we could see things turn around a bit.
I got to credit Tribe. Their S&E game may not be the best that they play, but they have played this Search and Destroy so far so good. They've got Open and Blood in all 3 rounds. They're going to go ahead and get an easy free pass on this A-site bomb plant if Raven doesn't peek up, and he does. He does peek up. That was a bold push. How did he go unnoticed? Banned. Pushed up the staircase, gets to refrag. Bomb is down still at the A-site. It is going to be picked up by Marshy, who's going to go ahead and do the deed. Envy going to pick up Veteran. 2v4 scenario, 40 seconds on the clock. Pressure on for this Op 34 team to contest. Dietrich super weak. He's going to be taken down. Washi going to get one, but is going to be taken down instantly. 3-0 performance here from Tribe on the attack as we're going to get geared up for this 4th to start off. And if I was looking at this matchup before it went under, I would not have said Tribe takes 3 rounds in a row off the bat in any regards due to the fact of how well Op 34 played in the Search and Destroy earlier. But, man, Tribe bringing that smoke this game, and they are not holding back.
Yeah, definitely got to agree with you here, but we'll see as things continue to move on. It is going to be Op 34 down 3 rounds, but UG, he's going to find a first blood. Marshy does get the refrag onto Detri. Bolu finds Raven as well, and what was looking potentially good for Op 34 has quickly fallen apart. Washi can't find the quick scope to pull together the kill there, but might be looking for this one. Finds Parrish. This is looking like the most doable round for the side of Op 34 so far. They're in a 2 versus 3 up against Envy, Bolu, and Marshy.
Washi going to be trying to contest that bomb plant from going down. Not going to be successful as Bolu is going to go ahead, put the clock down to 40 seconds here as pressure's on yet again for Op 34. And Veteran and Washi need to find a way to execute this round. They can't go down 4-0. Veteran going to opt to drop down. Envy's down there as well. And Envy isn't going to get credit for the Washi kill, but is going to get credit for this Veteran one if he can find the shots. Bolu on the flank, going to be the deciding factor. Bolu picking up those last 2, securing the 4-0. And Op 34 slipping a little bit here in this Search and Destroy early. We'll see if they can gain 1 round on the defense. And this is looking tough for Op 34. Back and forth affair. The hardpoint being a little lopsided in my opinion. And this Search and Destroy looking lopsided to begin with. So 4 rounds in a row for Tribe. Can they strike yet again, making it 5? Could certainly be the case here, as I do see Bolu pushing up, tries to maintain a little bit of control here underneath bottom catwalk area. Washi going to get opening blood. That's probably the first time that Op 34 has gotten a first blood in this game so far.
They got one last round, but it was very quickly answered back.
Let's see if they can answer back here as they're down 4-0. Haven't seen enough from them to see if they can take this round. You say they got their first blood?
Saw Dome. Didn't quite pull the trigger, but he did see Envy's head there for a second. Bolu picks up one onto Detri. Washi gets the hit marker, pulls out the shorty, gets another one, but does get refragged by Marshy, who is now the last alive. Finds kill number 5 onto Veteran. He's now in a 1 versus 2 against Raven and Yuhi. And he's got more kills than both of these players combined and 8 less deaths. So
Raven pushing back after Marshy firing off. Rotates through the backside of Catwalk and is going to make a full-on flank to this B site. Both players from Op 34 in a decent position to contest both sites effectively. Marshy going to try and straddle this bomb. Head glitch clears both backsides first before he does initially get the plant down. And I do believe Yuhi is kind of aware of what's going on, but is not 100%, so he does not peek. So Marshy, the smooth criminal he is, gets that bomb plant down uncontested and is able to rotate fully around, literally changing spots with the Op 34 players who have pushed all the way up to top control and have jumped down now. It looks like they're doing circles around each other. The sound off comes through. The bomb is going to get potentially defused, but Raven, here are some shots. Going to get taken down. Yuhi, 12 seconds on the clock. Is Marshy really going to clutch this 1v3? He is not. That is going to be a tough one. That was probably the closest 1v3 clutch I've ever seen.
Nice work. Get ready for the next round. Destroy the objective. We got the bomb.
Tribe nearly goes 5-0 on the attacking side. Now we're going to flip, and Marshy almost getting that 1v3 to come through was pretty unique to watch, but Yuhi clutching it up, wins those gunfights. They are going to be down 4-1, so the 5-0 would have been huge, especially for morale, but now 4-1 scenario. Envy super weak. Detri drops early. Envy gets traded 1-for-1 trades. First blood does go in favor of Tribe, but is answered back almost instantly. Veteran going to be super weak. Band peeking up and down staircase. Violates Veteran, and that's going to be the 5th kill for Band here. Raven going to be right here in front of him. Rotates right through. I don't think he saw him, but Raven does have his... Washi does have his back there as he catches Band slipping in that connector area. Raven pushing up. Bolu there to respond and is going to get that gunfight to come through for him. Body shooting galore as Bolu puts on a show here in game number 2. 11 kills on board. Washi spots Bolu. It is in a perfect position. Does not hit that first shot. Parrish right here to accompany Bolu. They're going to push up together. Washi going to rotate back, and he does not want that smoke. He is going to rotate back through the bomb site, effectively try and collect that bomb, but as soon as he sounds off, Parrish and Bolu are going to know that 200 IQ. Very well played by Washi, and we're talking about how great the player is. That'll just show you that he is miles ahead of the competition. Doesn't want to pick up the bomb to sound off. Peeks through and does get Parrish, but is going to be taken down by Marshy there. That is going to be a 5-1 match point in favor of Tribe.
Yeah, Tribe now 1 round away from tying the series up, and they're looking to be in a good position to close it out on this one with the way they've been playing, specifically Marshy, who's got 7 on the board and only 1 death, but Boulder's rocking it as well, 11 and 3, largely carrying the team between these two players. Marshy with a really aggressive backside rotation. Might be able to find a couple Op 34 players from behind. He's coming on through. He's going to toss a nade over to try to land top catwalk. Might be able to pick up a hit marker here if it lands. I think Washi was on the other side of the doorway, but oh, good trigger discipline from Marshy. Sees Washi drop down, waits till he gets a good shot, almost able to find two. Oh, one more bullet
for both guys.
Players would have been a double kill. Yeah, that's rough.
That is rough. The trigger discipline doesn't pay off. Vetch are going to find two. That's going to be another round going in favor of the guys over at Op 34 who have managed to stay alive this far in the search. We'll see if they manage to do the same here. Bro, if Marshy would have got those two, that would have been game over. I'm sorry. Veteran, you're OP, but let's be fair, it would have been a 1v3. However, the shoe went on the other foot, and Marshy, yet again, going to be able to go unnoticed here on this back alley flank, and Yuhi has bomb here, bottom computers area. We're going to see what the Op 34 team opts to do here is Marshy all the way up in enemy territory yet again. Doesn't go noticed. 2 rounds in a row on the flank. Is going to find Raven creeping backwards, and that is going to give away his location as I do see 2 players pushing up. That's going to be Washi 1. Washi, super weak. Veteran, super weak. Washi going to take some shots. As I do see Yuhi pick up one in Bolu and Detri and Washi combining for a little bit of a push there. Force Marshy out of the spawn site, but do not get him out of the round. And 3v4 for Tribe. Can they take this search and destroy game, or will Op 34 continue on to take us to another round?
Definitely a big opportunity. They do have the player advantage here. They also got the bomb plant, so they have a big opportunity where they can really start to carry away here. Veteran in a great spot, going to pick up Marshy. It's going to give them the 4-2 advantage. Might be able to pull it through together. Bolu does get a refrag. He's going to bring it down to a 3 versus 2, making it a little bit more doable for Tribe. Veteran with the rotation from behind finds Parrish. Bolu, 13-4, is now in a 1 versus 3. He finds Detri. I don't know if he's going to win the round, but he might pick up a couple extra kills. Can't quite pull it together. Washi going to pick that one up. 3-5 now. Favor still in lead of Tribe.
Yep, that's largely to do with Op 34's attacking strategy panning out there as Veteran anticipating the backside flank from Marshy. Didn't pan out. Veteran literally just coasted by on the little bushes there. Now we're going to see 1 drop from Tribe early, 2 drop from Tribe, 3 make it. And Op 34 still have life in this search and destroy matchup. They have all of the control here in this round, and we're definitely going to be moving over to our round 10 as I see Bolu gets dropped down by 3 guys, and that's a tough one. 4-5 now as Op 34 leveling the playing field, extending their time. Will Tribe be able to clutch it up here, or will Op 34 force us to a round 11? If I'm Tribe, man, I'm banking on clutching this up here. I mean, granted, the attacking strategy was on point. You literally cannot put fate in the hands of a round 11 against an Op 34 team. This Op 34 team.
Yeah, Op 34 playing really, really well here. They're only 2 rounds away from winning now, and you can see Bolu is definitely playing a little bit back. Definitely a bit more passive than he was previously, and again, that could be due to just how well the aggression from Op 34 has worked out these past couple rounds. No first blood yet, though. Still anybody's game.
Still anybody's game. Marshy also opting to play a little less aggressive, a little more passive. Does catch a few enemies here on this A site. Is going to be taken down. Washi going to take him down, but is able to get his nade off, which lands right on Yuhi, and the 1-for-1 trade comes through. The bomb's down, though. B site, 30 seconds on the clock. Washi, peak and staircase is a menace to this Tribe roster, is finally going to be taken down, and Tribe looking to get this defused. They could very well do it here. It's a 2 versus 2 scenario. Band going to be taken out from behind. Veteran picks up his 10th. It's a 1-for-1 here. Veteran wins those. We are going to a round 11. Op 34 on the back of a 5-1 scenario have now made it interesting. We'll see if they can handle the OP attack strategy from Tribe, who was able to steal 4 rounds in a row in that search and destroy game earlier. So we'll see if it pans out for Op34 or if Tribe will come through and clutch it. This has got to be one of those moments where Tribe, if you don't clutch it, bro, this is a huge choke, my guys.
Yeah, both teams playing so slow right now. This is definitely a pretty interesting match. It was looking like Tribe were going to run away with it. I think they were up 5-1 at one point, and it's brought back all the way to a round 11.
Super conservative plays here. I'm seeing both teams at a standstill. Literally don't want to make a false move. Tribe in fear of going down 2-0 in a series and choking a 5-1 lead. Op34 on the backs of wanting to go up 2-0 and prove this Tribe roster that they can overcome adversity. Literally being down 5-1, have found 4 rounds in a row, or make that 5 rounds in a row.
Bomb has been planted.
We'll see if they can do it here. Bombs planted A effectively. 2 players from Tribe drop instantly. That's going to be Bolu and Envy. Band make it 4 as Paris drops, and that's going to be Marshy dropping as well. Yuhi going to get the defuse, and the 5-1 comeback is real. Op34 go up 2-0 in a series, and they are one win away from being crowned this week's Meseeks Sunday Showdown champions. Jesus Christ, bro. What did we just watch?
Watched a ginormous, almost reverse sweep for the side of Op34. I think they won like round 1 and then dropped 5 and then won 5. So pretty solid game between these two teams. Op34 now up 2-0 in the series. I was a little worried for Op34 that as Tribe got warmed up and pulled that Tribe factor through, they would just get better and better, and maybe Op34 have a similar scenario going on here.
Bruh. 14 kills for Bolu, 9 from Marshy, 13 from Washi. Veteran literally clutching up a few rounds in 1v2, 1v3 scenarios, and that's an L in the book for Tribe, dude. You're up 5-1. All you needed was 1 round. Couldn't find it in 5 straight. That's going to be Op34 going up 2-0 in the series, and what we were expecting to be a 1-1 scenario after the first 5 rounds completely backfired on us, as we are yet again on match point in favor of Op34. They took the 3-0 sweep under Mayhem. Can they do the same thing against this Tribe roster? I am slowly starting to believe this team is cracked as hell.
Like I said, any roster with Washi and Yuhi was destined to be at least decent, and then you pick up a Veteran for this matchup against Tribe, and it just adds to that factor, and they are playing so well here right now. Like I said, they have the 2-0 lead over Tribe in a best-of-5. They might be looking to 3-0, close it out, and be this week's Meseeks Sunday Showdown champions.
Washi coming in chat. I'm the best data/hotspot player in the game. Facts, bro, because I play on data, and I got like 70 MS every time. Not happening. I play on hotspot, same thing, because same network. It's trash. We'll see if the best, or the self-proclaimed best player on data/hotspot team can clutch it up here in 3, as we're going to be moving on to a domination firing range, and this is probably Tribe's best map in game mode that I've witnessed in my time of casting their team. If I'm not mistaken, is that accurate information, Day?
Probably pretty fair. They are a very, very strong domination team, and firing range definitely a strong one for them as well, so they might be able to push us to a game 4 off this one. I'm hoping for it. I don't want to see this one go down 3-0. I want to see Op34 really have to fight for this win if they pull it together. That, or we could have a really interesting reverse sweep. It's pretty hard to say.
Well, I know Tribe's not a stranger to reverse sweep scenarios. This could very well so be a situation they do it on, but they're going to have to work for it, as this Op 34 team has proven to be literally elite going against Mayhem 3-0 fashion. Obviously, it wasn't the starting 5 that we saw in all 3 games, but the third game was a convincing one. Obviously, it was on a trash map in Standoff, which is one of the worst reskins ever made. A going to be pushed up effectively, but is not going to be capped. C going to be 60% progress on it. Raven going to push off, prevent the rotation over from
Standoff a reskin.
Oh, I'm sorry, but takeoff. That Jesus Christ.
I was like, what?
No, Day, you're supposed to be like, don't you mean takeoff, bro? We just watched that one. Takeoff, not standoff, bro. Standoff is not a reskin. No, you weren't. You know what I was talking about.
I had to consider the fact that you even said it wrong in the first place. I was like, what the hell? Did we just call Standoff a bad map?
You're killing me, bro. You're killing me.
Couple big kills coming through. Right now it is Op 34 with the 2 points capped. They have A and B, with B half capped for Tribe. They've got about a 10-point lead right now. Might be looking to extend it while she's pushing up. Maybe looking for a C. Finds 1, finds 2. Might be able to find 3 as he takes down Parrish as well.
We've taken the lead. Be advised, hostile hunter-killer drone inbound.
Yep, that's a triple cap early here for the guys over at Op 34. A, gonna get traded. Cannot contest that. Marshy gonna be on the backside of trailer. Finds Washi. And Marshy gonna be traded out as B still gonna be, or actually gonna go in favor of Tribe here as they're looking to get back on board. And you know, I've noticed games like this in firing range where they get triple cap, they trade the triple cap, they go back and forth, and it's just a ridiculous amount of time that is back and forth. And this is not looking like a triple cap situation here for Tribe, but are going to be able to capitalize on the double cap while they have it. A going to be pushed up as Washi trying to make the push up towards the C-side container. Veteran as well. Raven not going to be anywhere to get that double cap on A to come through, and Tribe going to be able to reclaim a little bit of that deficit as it is about 55 to 42. 20 points remaining in the round before Op 34 not going to be able to take the lead.
Nobody that wants to ego challenge Washi right now. Gonna be honest here. Yikes.
My God, bro. How does he laser you off the head glitch like that?
He's nuts. He's absolutely cracked. Just winning gunfights left and right, dude.
Oh, it gets shot!
Does get the shorty. Does get the shorty shoved down the gullet, but looks like he might potentially be able to get a refrag. Like I said, nobody wants to fight him right now. Marshy took a couple bullets and was like, nah, homie, I'm out.
The old bait and push. Gave the illusion that he pushed back in trailer and pushes out with a shorty. It gets him again there as Marshy finds his 14th. He's looking to contest. As I'm taking a look at his scorecard here, 14-7 for Marshy, 15-8 for Washi. Washi literally taking 2 deaths from Marshy back-to-back, makes that a third as Marshy picks up his 16th. The Tribe factor coming in effect, game number 3, and they are warmed up. Is that a fair assumption?
Definitely looking to possibly be the case here. They do have a couple point lead, but it is important that Op 34 are spawning on stronger side for the second half here. Now, it is a little bit of a negligible stronger side, right? This isn't a crossfire, this isn't a hack in the yard, but it is definitely a notable strong side because, again, if you have C-side, you can wallbang wood all day long to keep your opponents back, to keep them from clearing progress on A, and so on and so forth. As well as you have that closer spawn to get into trailer, which is really solid as well. So, a lot of big opportunity for Op 34 here. They do have the C cap. Tribe has the A. Nobody on B yet.
Oh, I gotta say, Marshy also has a full score streak list. He burns his Predator and is gonna pretty much get nothing rid of it.
Nuts.
Veteran gonna spot Marshy, takes him out. Washi might be cracked out of his mind, but he doesn't have a score streak to show for it right now, as I do see Marshy has a Goliath left in his pocket. The sentry gun going to get taken down there. Marshy still hasn't found that right opportunity. He's going to keep it in his back pocket for a rainy day, as B does get capped here. Marshy or Washi rather. Good God, what is going on, Verdict? Spit it out, Junior. Gonna be able to push up. How does he win that gunfight? How does Washi win that?
This kid's nuts, dude. This kid's absolutely nuts. Like I said, from day one of seeing him come into Mobile Mayhem is where I first saw him. He was absolutely nuts against Tribe then. He's coming through with a big performance here now as well. Was looking for the A cap. Tribe do have the AC. It's a big flip for them. Pred missile is going to get dodged out there. Tribe looking for the B cap. They might get it, just barely not going to come through. As you can see, Veteran pushes up to clear B. And it's Washi looking to go try to get the C recap, but Band actually wins the gunfight there. A does go over to the side of Op 34, but Tribe got a really big flip. They've got some B progress going. They get the A back once again. Tribefector coming through strong here. They might be able to pull together the win.
They might be able to. It's about a 4-point difference here, as Dietrich going to be capped out in mid. B going to get traded. C going to be traded as well. Marshy finally using his Goliath. Setting up proper here at top wood. Dietrich on the backside flank. Throws a nade, but is not going to connect. Is going to be absolutely demolished. Bolu and Marshy, the tandem duo there. And B-side going to be completely covered. Not only do you have a sentry gun, well, you had a sentry gun, but you got Marshy up there beaming kids left and right. 27 kills and counting. And he's going to get aggressive. We'll see if it pans out. He's trying to get some 10 control, could very well do it, but is halted there. Was that a Tempest, or what was that? What, did he just, like, slip? But he's down to about 20% health and counting as he does make his transition up. Washi, nonetheless, going to be there to contest, but is going to be no match for Goliath as the shots are raiding in. B is going to remain in Tribe's hands, and they are going to secure a game 4 on this game alone, as we do see the C site being pushed effectively. A triple cap to end this thing off. What a proper way to step up to this Op 34 roster after they take 2 games, 1 a reverse or a 5-1 deficit to overcome, and the first was the hardpoint, which was way out of their hands. Now Tribe answering back big time here in this domination.
Yeah, Tribe with a really big opportunity here. The reverse sweep is something that they are well known for, and there's a big possibility it could still come through here tonight. A really phenomenally close series between these two teams. The hardpoint was great. The search and destroy went to round 11. Domination was on the wire most of that game until like the last minute or so, where Tribe were really able to just straight maintain control the entire time. They kept Op 34 guessing and pulled together the win. And as we go into our next matchup, it will be another hard point, which, like I said, Op 34 did win last time, but it was not an easy one for them. So I'm excited. I'm definitely way more awake now. We're feeling good.
Yo, facts. I'm right there with you, because like I was telling you earlier, bro, I've had no energy these past few days. It's been raining back to back 3 days in a row. And I haven't been able to get outside and get that sunlight I need to feel energized. And, you know, this matchup here alone has done it for me. 30 kills on board for Marshy as he goes 30-13. Marshy doing Marshy things, as I remember him coming in my chat a few weeks back and says, I'm going to do some Marshy things. And I'm like, what are Marshy things? And bro literally dropped like 15 in a search and destroy game. We're not even going to waste any time. We're going to jump straight into it as game number 4, Hardpoint Hackney Yard. I didn't even get a chance to transition over. I literally was just sitting here trying to explain what was going on, and bam, I love it. Game number 4, Hardpoint on Hackney Yard. This is also a great map for Hardpoint, and also a great map for Search or Destroy, in my opinion. I'm just so glad we're not seeing it on a domination format.
Alright, a couple big kills come through early on. Opening hardpoint is going to go over to Tribe, and Tribe have the good P2 rotation. Spawns. They really can use this to their advantage. Playing 150 hardpoint is such a dangerous decision by COD Mobile. I mean, this is going to be probably a pretty good example of it, but as I say that there, it is going to be a big flip for Op 34, and we may see exactly what I was talking about just in the other favor. getting that map control is going to give an opportunity for Op34 to potentially pull upwards of 60, 70, 80 points out of these first 2 hard points. And that can be hard to come back from when you're down that much early on. It's actually, because these two teams are as even as they are, not the worst one we've seen by any means. So, definitely could still see this game go either way. And I'm excited for it.
I am as well, as I was seeing Marshy literally trying to play his life on the backside of Tire Shop, trying to maintain these spawns. He's going to get outnumbered here. Veteran going to oust him there on the top side of Tire, and that is going to be an early advantage going in favor of the guys over at Op34, who managed to collect themselves in P1 and pretty much put a even spread across the board. We are anything but tied now, as the advantage is going in favor of, oh my god, Marshy, you were cracked, my guy. Why have we not been talking about you all this time? That's right, you just showed up last game, and this is it here. If you lose this, you're done for. If you win, you live to see another game. Tribe getting a massive retake here early, as we do see Marshy coming through, Washi coming through with a contest as well, and Dietrich going to trade his nade and is going to be able to get the... No, he is not. He's going to be halted, as he is going to go ahead and make his rotation over to P3. So the nade takes down Marshy, but isn't going to result in any kind of retake. And we're going to be all tied up going into this P3. What it looks like Op34 could have an early advantage to it, as they have a little bit of spawn control and a little bit of map control. Will it pan out? 49 to 50, 1 point advantage literally in favor of Tribe. That's going to be reclaimed and recovered. Op34 making a strong case for a Game 4 ending, but Tribe, given everything they have to extend this thing to a Game 5, I can't call it. This is about as even of a matchup as I've seen tonight.
Definitely a big opportunity here for Tribe, as they need this one, and neither team really able to get a solid grasp over the other as we move into this P3. It's obviously a pretty exposed portion of the map. Washi comes through with 1. Washi looking for Parrish as well. That's a big 2 for him. Pushing this rotation down. He's on a 2 streak currently. Finds 1. Might be looking to find even more. Looks for Envy, but loses out on the gunfight. Envy was lined up, ready to go. We're still sitting 2 points between these teams.
Yep, in this bottom green area is where the deciding factor is going to be. This is going to be one of those money hills. We saw the retake in P2 Tire Shop for Tribe literally halfway through, and the points were spread evenly off of P1 and P2. P3, Tribe with a little bit of an advantage. P4, looks like Tribe might find a way to extend this to a Game 5. They're going to have to maintain a little bit more control here. Dietrich, oh my god, get laser kid. But Yuhi's going to come through, as he utilizes that, what is that, the grav spikes inside of the building. They're just so OP. Literally caps the area in which you can extend the jump and shortens it to where you instantly die. So, very well utilized there. Obviously, we don't see this operator in any game. This is a perfect, especially this point in particular, this P1 and P5. Even Tire Shop, really, you could utilize these graph spikes in a way to wipe your opponents out. And we're going to see Op34 with the power shift in their way here, as 100 points and counting here for Op34. Tribe still very much so in this.
Yeah, definitely a big opportunity as well. They have control, or had control of spawns, but it is once again a break coming through for Op34. As we see, Parrish is able to clear a couple out. We do get one not spawning out from Tribe, but Band gets picked off by the Pred missile immediately. Him and Bolu spawn far left side. This is a big break for Op34. There's time on the board where they could damn near win this one. With that brief contest, we'll take back the win opportunity, but definitely still leave Tribe in a pretty rough spot.
Yeah, it'd be kind of similar to the first hard point, where they literally had 131 points going into the P1 reset. If you're Tribe, you got to prevent in every form to either get in there and contest or get some points yourself. 86 points and counting for Tribe, already at 131 for the guys over at Op34. They're securing this P5 area with ease now. The break comes through, but only 14 points needed. You got to stop and think. There's no way in hell they don't get that off of this in P2. If it even extends to a P2, I'll be surprised. But Op34 setting themselves up proper here as the point resets come through 136 to 95. Op34 on point effectively. That is going to be Detria doing some perimeter control, and that is going to continue to allow Op34 to rack up the points. Veteran swaps out the old bait switch. Point going to be held by Op34. 149, 150. Veteran gets that final kill. That is going to be Op34 being crowned champs of the Meseeks Sunday Showdown in a 3-1 fashion. Try put up a hell of a fight, but we're not able to extend this to a Game 5, and that is absolutely crack gameplay here from the guys over at Op34. Raven just absolutely slaying away 28 kills on board, and we didn't even see a full P1 after the reset. That is crazy.
Yeah, really, really solid game from the side of Op34 there. They had a great night, and they are going to walk away as your Meseeks Sunday Showdown champions for Sunday, September 19th. So congratulations to them. All the other teams that competed, you guys played absolutely phenomenal. Starting to wish we would have got to see that Op34 Seminole game, but unfortunately we did not. That might be over on Gil's channel. I might have to go back and check that one out. But Tribe obviously played phenomenal. They are your runner-up. And then Primal and NYSL Mayhem coming through with that tie for 3rd/4th place. So really, really solid teams in here today. 11T obviously played really well as well. And hoping we see Zygnus next week. Hopefully next time when we come in and see their name on the board, they actually are here to play. So we'll see.
We shall see. That is going to bring our night to a conclusion. And our Meseeks Sunday Showdown for our 46th week, guys. That's right. We only got, after this night, 5 more weeks, and we got a whole year under our belts of casting this wonderful event that you guys have literally been showing up for week in and week out. We want to say thank you for that, guys. Also want to give a shout out to the sponsors. Wouldn't be here without you. Trovo, HyperX, JuJu Energy, SXC. Also want to give a shout out to Grimity, man. You're the guy behind the operations, man, putting in a lot of work. A lot of the admins as well. Echo, hello came through in absolute clutch. We appreciate y'all as we're going to get geared up for a raid. Got to congratulate Op34 for taking this week's bag. Hell of a performance from you guys. Hell of a performance from Tribe, almost coming back in Game 4. The fact that they were able to extend it was just crazy enough, but GG's to you guys. And we'll see you back next week. We're going to be back live tomorrow night for the Vengeance Series, Day and I, and also on Tuesday night, Day will be casting Mobile Mayhem for the Ladies Tournament, which has been hella great with Beef Mommy on board. Absolutely love it. So, guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to get geared up for a raid. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. We'll be back tomorrow night, though. So, GG's to everyone.